Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scheduled Conflicts.
Woo!
Oh, it has been a long week for us here on the Goblins channel. We've been celebrating a little birthday stuff, but we ain't missing D&D for the world. So, y'all remember what happened last time?
We met at Conjurno.
Sure did.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, we got some DiGiorno with Cajorno.
I want his coat.
And
I'm
he'd have 3 nickels now if he heard that joke.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, I don't think it's a joke that happens often.
Right.
I've played with him long enough to know.
Indeed, after being warped into falling fire through the help of a god, you happened upon Conjorno, who helped tag along and get you acquainted with the place as you began to get your bearings around. You assisted Mr. Garrus Moonsinger here, one of the creators of the Gearforge, and leads blacksmith of the whole operation to go fix an error which was completely obliterated, making off with one of the cores for your very own. It was after this that you all settled back in, and he is ready to return the favor. So what is it you want? Deal's a deal.
You're...
Come on.
We-
Use your words. Use your big girl words. Come on, Drona.
I legit forgot what we were asking this dude for.
Oh my!
That's
Captain,
that kind of day.
Captain, I believe we have an issue with a problem with certain people that we
Oh,
might need
right.
help with. And he might know, since he is the chief engineer of Fallen Fire, when it comes to the Gearforge project.
We're looking for some people of higher class in this fine city. We
some
thought
fancy
maybe-
pants around town. Alright. I know my
We don't
way
know if
around
she's
some
living
names or
fancy or
two.
not. We don't know if she's living fancy or not, but we definitely are looking for her.
Who's her?
Looks to Tora.
Looks over to Joust and Tora.
I look at her, and he looks at me, and I look at him. As I'm just like,
Listen, come on.
Laura.
It's a woman named Sadiel. She would be an autumn Eladrin like me.
Not often that the Fae folk grace us with their presence. Not like they have embassy here in Falling Fire.
True.
That name was getting tossed around about in a few social circles. Oh, nobody really knows exactly where they are physically.
What kind of social circles?
Oh, you know, the gatherings where everyone talks about how much money they have, how much they're throwing money at their projects around the city.
Oh, so the dick measuring contest.
Oh, you know the ones. They're like, oh, we're going to plant 5 fields of crops this year. Oh, we're going to be pushing out a whole new residential building this year. And all that other left and right crap.
Have any of them actually done any of the things that they boasted?
Well, the point of boasting. Finally, eventually do it.
Just to keep their words. I'll be honest, never really met a noble. Got lucky enough to meet a god before I met a noble.
You're not missing much.
I mean, depends on the upper circles, but there are plenty in Fallen Fire. It does not narrow down our search, though.
Everybody's vying for Keen's light and his pathways. Got to drop a huge sum or know a bunch of huge people if you want to get in his light.
That is true. There are many houses vying for power and influence among Fallen Fire.
I assume they're paying you well, though.
Oh, well enough to keep me busy.
Do you know of any of these noble families that might know where Sadiel might, frequent, if not live?
I may know one. Sort of spins around in his chair a little bit and tries to gather his thoughts. It's been a while since they've been back here, but, you remember that Hephaestus person you mentioned?
Yes, Hephaestus.
Yes, it turns out his, last name is of great nobility. Hephaestus Morson. Of the great Morson fortune.
That would seem like a reasonable place to start, then.
Well, it's not that easy, I'm afraid. Catching the wind of nobility is like catching a fart in the wind.
That is true. We cannot just announce ourselves and enter, of course. We would need at least invitation to visit the estate.
Or you get an invitation to the parties.
Oh, that is true. That is also very true.
Now, I don't know how y'all like... He sort of looks at Joust and Tor. I don't know about how half of you are keen to dressing up and going to lavish parties.
Oh.
It's both Tor and Joust look at each other like, shopping spree.
But,
Tora is just like rubbing his hands up and down against each other like he's plotting something.
Joust has like an inner Rolodex in his mind.
But a few days from now, there's going to be a grand masquerade ball.
Ooh.
I don't know how you'll be able to get into it. You talk to the right people. Do some little odd jobs here or there for specific peoples. But I can at least give you a hint at what he's going to be going dressed as.
Okay. That's at least a start.
I never fancy those parties myself, so... At least one of you can have this tacky mask they gave me. And you see him, like, pull this, like, well-decorated box out, and as he opens it, you see this, like, wax-sealed envelope invitation. And this sort of lavish, silver-gilded boar's face.
Oh, like kind of like an Oni mask kind of thing.
Like an Oni mask, but it's like it's got the whole like the snout, the tusks. It covers the whole like upper face like like a masquerade mask in the depiction of a boar.
I'm looking at that and I'm looking at Alafi and I'm just thinking,
that looks like it would fit you.
I don't have any ears for that to loop onto.
I mean,
Sure.
you could get away with your face being a mask.
You just see
All right.
you just see Moonsinger with a drill.
We can install the newest model.
I can always just drill the mask onto your face.
That is also true. Just a soldering gun. Ow, ow, ow,
We'll
ow,
think
ow.
about that one.
Oops, sorry. Accidentally flipped it.
Like I said, that at least guarantees one person in. I can't account for all of you, though.
I could say too, I could work as a servant. You know, I am, of course, a Gearforged. I would be of the master of the house.
Sort of.
Oh,
Oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say, pray tell, where was this masquerade to be held? Does the invitation say?
He points to that orange block in the center there. The Citadel of Light, where all the lavish parties take place.
Ah, yes, of course, that makes sense. It's just things.
I suppose if you're wanting to get in with the good folks, there are two good ways you can go about it. You start finding work in the center in the Ceres district. Or you try over here, and he points to that like pink marked area. You start getting in good with the religious folk there. They can usually grease the palms of some nobles and let themselves in.
That is true.
Not much a fan of Keen myself, so I don't know how well religious folk.
You keep that kind of talk to yourself.
Luckily, he's in the same company as I.
Yes, but the walls have ears, lass.
You didn't seem worried when you mentioned it earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about. Keen is one of the great deities, praise be his light.
See, like, close the eyes looking at you and looks
praise
away.
be his light. Pardon my error, oh great Keen.
In any case, we need at least some, lodging for the time being that we're here.
The only other place we'd be able to try to work a bargain is if you start dealing with the merchants. Maybe one of them has a expensive way.
And how many days did you say to the party? At least a couple?
Yeah, and he points to the yellow district over there, and she's like, that would be where all the shopping takes place. Most of the port towns come in with their goods. The agriculture comes in from the east.
Yes, they are all usually connected to the railways and distributed out through those districts, yes. Well, we thank you for your time, good sir.
Oh, of course. Once the factory works itself, at this point I'm just some keen eyes and maybe a little bit of maintenance work here and there.
If you don't mind my asking, where would be a good place that you would suggest for us to get some lodging? One that might be a little bit more discreet.
Tried getting out of town.
Discretion is not very
I like
common
this idea.
on fire.
If you went for discreet, you're not coming to the right place. You might as well be sleeping in the crags of the crater's edge.
Well,
But if you're looking for more of the lodgings, then again, the Ballistic District, where all the merchants are, is a good place to hide from hustle and bustle.
It might be the safer bet for you, Alafi, if nothing else.
Getting away from a lot of people would definitely be a good thing given circumstance.
Well, if you want to go hiding somewhere in the bushes, there's always the sunrise districts, both north and south, as he points to like the green sections. All that is
What's there?
All that is farmlands. Its own self-irrigating agricultural landscape.
It's like
I
Central
could sleep
Park
in
in
a
New
field.
York. Yeah, it's like Central Park in New York. Yeah.
Be careful, though. A lot of people had the same idea as you in laying low in the agricultural sections. Shady dealings can happen in there, and if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you could end up dead.
It sounds like the perfect place for us, I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Well, if you've dealt with a couple of robots, you should be able to deal with a couple of whelps with knives.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to handle it.
Speaking of which, did you design the robots yourself?
It was more of a collaborative effort between a few of the families here, but I was the one who eventually finalized the project, yes. Took a lot of trial and error before it got to me, but every time they seemed so enthusiastic to hand me a project, and I was pointing out every little fucking flaw those things could have and tossed it out in their face.
Okay, so me and you have the same opinion about them. A fellow blacksmith, I guess, who would see that the work is not as up to snuff as I guess the people of this city would like to believe. Not saying that you're doing bad work, just saying that the parts that are made for bulk and not to actual. You're concerned with.
Don't get me wrong. It had to meet my standard before it met their standard.
Of course.
Mass production does tend to create structural flaws in many things.
Is why I have to stick around.
Hmm.
A quick point of note, if you don't mind my asking. What families or what organizations should we definitely be on the lookout for and keep our heads down?
Where do I even begin with that?
So all the families have something secret to hide.
I mean, I'm not denying that. I would kind of half expect it, but I mean, there's some that I'm a little bit more trigger happy with their influences than others.
Well, there are, of course, the saints across Falling Fire, the generals of command. Oh, you're already willing to help me, so it shouldn't be too hard to get past that iris.
As long as you don't cause too much trouble, we shouldn't arouse their ire.
Of course. And trust me, there are some really good folks in there. Some not so really good folks. Some will squash your foot all the way down to the bone just to get another hour of work out of you.
And there's no way that you could put us in contact with one of the noble houses directly, so we could maybe earn their trust through working and going to the ball after that.
The best I can do is try to rear you up as some of my best workers, but that would require time to file out paperwork and make sure that proof of employment for a certain amount of time has been all accounted for. Lot of
Understood.
bureaucratic bullshit. You don't want to go through that. Unless you're
on the
really
low-
patient.
On the low end, that would take easily a few weeks.
Yeah, but a few weeks is not what we have.
Not only a few weeks to prove that you have been employed, but weeks of forging documents to prove that you've been employed long enough for me to consider you my highest rated members.
Right. We are going off kilter here. We're gonna have to do this off the books.
On that note, are there any bounty hunters we should keep an eye out for?
The only bounty hunting that's allowed within Falling Fire is done in the religious sector of the Soul District. And usually it's monsters and creatures of the night, that sort of deal. If there's
Creatures in
person
the night?
if there's just regular scrubs, the guards are the ones who take care of it. The guards themselves introduce themselves their own headhunting system, as it were.
Hmm.
We may be filling the roles here with the Gearforge, but guards still outnumber them 10 to 1.
Indeed. The police in force of the guard is still an ever constant present throughout all the streets and districts.
Yes, and if there's wanted criminals inside their city, they handle their own sort of fills. Now, guards have their own quotas.
True. That is very true. Well, everyone, I believe we should leave the master engineer to his work.
Agreed. And
We do thank you for your time, of course. by the
Of
way.
course. Just holler if you ever need anything else about the city. I'll try to re-inform myself in case something in my head pops back.
Is there a fast way that we can reach you, if not here?
Sort of like starts patting himself and just over the back of its head, he just tosses something at you.
He catches it.
You notice like the same designs as a sending stone, but it's all metal. It's like got this steel frame with rivets around it. It's got like this sort of like, it almost looks like Joust's mouth on one end,
Kinda like
and
a
on the
horrible-
opposite end just appears to be this like soldered in like shape of an ear.
It's like a walkie-talkie almost, like the size of a walkie-talkie.
Yep.
I see what you mean. Thank you.
Just careful, it only works inside the city limits.
Roger.
Short range, yes.
I mean, 1,000 miles is pretty good for my work, but any further
yes, it
outside and it just might start losing itself.
That makes sense. Yeah. Either way, I mean, we only have a finite amount of time. Shall we make our way?
yes, but the question is, how are we going to prove ourselves to the nobles?
Right now, we need to find a place to stay. We can't
Fair.
really do much of anything if we don't have a roof over our heads.
And I doubt we could bunk with you, huh? And I put
You like the bottom of a desk?
fair. Although not a bad place to sleep if you curl up enough.
Yeah,
This
as
is
long
not
as you keep
everyone's
quiet and we
stores
keep the
here.
warehouse doors shut, they don't really check this place too often.
Good to know.
We'll bear that in mind.
Agreed.
Alright, well. Off you go then.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time once again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you're free later, we could grab a drink and talk.
Maybe. We'll see.
As I head out as well.
Alright.
Zoom.
Oh, you are left to the mercies of 1,000 miles of city.
All right.
Pain.
If you are to switch between districts, the tram system does provide a service for you.
I hope it's free.
If you wish to travel from one district to another, it's a silver piece. So if you're going to be traveling through multiple districts, it's going to be a silver per each trip.
Oh, so it's like Zone A, Zone B, and then they check tickets.
Like say you're going
throughout,
from red to yellow, then yellow to pink, then it's going to be 3 silver pieces.
And that would take like a couple hours.
And each trip will take approximately a half hour.
Oh, so Japan trains. Gotcha.
So yeah,
And
that insight now is like, no, you can't outrun these.
Oh no, no. Bullet trains everywhere. Yeah. Well, everyone, I have orientated with a map. Where should we go?
Sunrise District, right? That's
That would be.
what we all agreed that was the best place. Kind of crash for a little while.
We are in the Palisade District right now, right? The yellow.
You're in
No,
the
we're
red.
The red.
This
Sorry,
is the industrial section.
Sorry, Bolade. Yeah, Bolade. Well, it is one train ride over if we would like. It seems pretty open and exposed, though. If we are going to look for shelter, our best jet would be probably the merchant district of various inns and places of lesser repute.
We should blend in by just going with the crowd. Don't stand out, or at least don't try to.
I will try.
You're not who I was talking about, but yes.
I mean,
So-
I do blend in a bit more. Although I should not be wearing clothes if you wanted me to blend in.
No, you're not walking around naked.
Have we ever seen Jess without clothes on?
You saw him when he was getting his core popped off. Yeah, he was just standing in his skivvies.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen the frame to a gunpla?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's just uncanny and weird, and I don't like it.
Well, I mean, I think I look dashing, but if I am going to be a Gearforged, should be dressed like a Gearforged. We are not issued clothing unless our masters wish it. It is very uncommon to see them dressed. We are usually just there.
And well, it's also uncommon for you to be blue.
Well, I am a special. That is true. I am probably a special issue. That is also uncommon. Yes.
We don't think about it too much, yeah?
I could.
Well, at least you don't match your wanted poster.
I'd like to think that it's like there's a wanted poster of us like really bad drawings of like avatar versions of us. Like I don't remember having a mustache. Like this doesn't look like anything like us. Like wait a minute. Yes, that is. Yeah, Payne's got scars across both eyes and stuff. Like oh wow, like Payne looks even edgier in these pictures.
Anyway,
But yes. If we would like, we could make
that other district, then. I mean, it still has people, and we still could pose a risk, but
We could also find supplies if need be. We do need to recoup some of our things in case we cannot transport back. We might have a long trip ahead of us.
yeah.
Blending in with the crowd might be our best option here.
For now.
Sorry, Luffy.
And also, Luffy, please do not randomly pull out your accordion and start playing around and running around like you did last time. That is not common behavior here.
I'm more worried about pulling out a second row of teeth.
Well, one step at a time, I suppose.
So, from what I'm hearing, you're going to the Palisade district.
yes.
All right. A silver from each of you as you get on the tram.
Okay.
Do I have... Oh, yeah, you have to pay even if you're Gearforged. Darn. But I am property. I do not need a ticket.
You still
I'm
take up
gonna-
a seat.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna nudge over to Drana.
Yeah.
When you can you send a message over to Slambo and let him know where we're at?
Well, once we find an actual room to stay in.
Alright. That works.
That way we don't need to be vague. And I can actually... He knows exactly where we're... Anyway. I think my dads are distantly related to that dude.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I think they were I think he was the contact they mentioned when they want to move down here. Huh. Anyway,
You know, when Slambo does get here, I want to be the first one to greet him.
Bow to
What?
bow.
Bow to
Oh,
bow.
that makes sense.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on his face.
Oh, it'll be hilarious.
We
I want to roll me a D100.
No, but okay.
Yeah. I will happily.
Do we all have to roll a
I'm
D100?
I'm back. I'm
Gerg
back.
may be
Yeah.
tired, but Gerg still desires a fight.
Can I just roll a D1?
25.
75. Rolled pretty good.
15.
25.
84.
Nice.
73.
At least it's not a 1.
Look at that. 3 high rolls, 2 low rolls.
3? All right.
25.
25.
Nice. We're gonna get our use out of this train map for sure, damn it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, as long as you're in the 1,000-mile city.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love public transit. I'm all for it.
There you walk.
Yeah, you walk 2 days later.
You haven't seen your caravan since you left
Mm-hmm.
Elias.
Oh no, it's under.
Hopefully she's fucking keeping good care of our horses.
Yeah.
They better be.
We come back, the skeleton horse is fine. The other horse is like, I'm so hungry. Oh God, no.
You'd be so mean.
No, we have 2 skeleton horses when we come back, but one's not moving. Darn.
While we're on the train, I do want to see if I can pull Toro aside.
Sure.
Just have a one-on-one with him.
Hey. Just wanted to check in, I guess.
Yeah, you
That's
little-
something
little-
I can do for you.
You get stubs. Me, I'm just doing stuff.
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Do I want to sit over there?
I like the idea she was just reading the book. But
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
she's not paying attention. But if you want me to sit over here, I'll just be gawking out the window.
Okay.
You've been tense since the dragon.
I mean, things haven't really calmed down since the dragon. Is that a surprise?
No, but it's just unusual for you, and you know.
Look, we've come to this city to take away the thing I gave Sadiel in the first place. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is?
No, I get it. I get it.
Doesn't help that we've almost died along the way.
Yeah, that part, you were shaking.
Excuse me?
Tora, I felt it when you held my hand.
Oh, that. You and I nearly died, and then everything ended, and you were almost dead.
Yeah.
It's a tense moment. Why wouldn't I shake?
I'm just saying that, I mean, you know, it's interesting that you were not, you know, scared, I guess. Thought that maybe, you know, if I recall earlier, you said that it's kind of hard for you to really be attached to people, especially when you try not to care.
Hey, I admit I might be getting a little attached. Don't read into it.
A little attached. So if anything were to happen to me, or to Drona, or Laffy, even Joust, would you actually be terrified, huh?
Tickets, please.
Casually hands the
Yep.
ticket.
Good. Good. Thank you
Yep,
very much.
just hold mine up. I mean, yes. I mean, it's fair. It's the longest I've ever traveled with anyone. Let's be fair. The more we find out about what's going on with me, the less, the harder it is for me to really, I don't know, stay angry.
You know, the rest of the group doesn't know that you have a connection with Sadiel in that nature, so you might need to tell them.
We get to a place with less ears. I'll let them know. You were blushing, by the way.
Was not.
Look, you're gonna call me on the shaking. I'm gonna call you on the blushing.
DJ. No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, ho, ho. I recall someone.
Laffy.
Yes.
Roll me D100.
Do I have to? An extra one. I get more than
double,
one. Look at
a
that.
double 100.
Would you like me
okay.
to roll it?
No, I got it. Unless we're kind of I'll roll it.
You killed 100 people. There you go.
11.
11. All right. Thank you. Continue.
Go ahead.
Rama.
I recall someone challenging me to flirt with them at a time where they were not expecting it.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, the problem is you noticed it, which was not supposed to be the reaction I wanted. Frankly, I thought it would bounce off like a wall.
And yet...
Okay, so that's admitting you blushed.
Look, so I happen to be genuinely impressed. Can you blame me for appreciating works of art like that?
Oh, I'm a work of art now.
Maybe just a bit,
It's-
you know?
and-
Wizardry can be a bit of a challenge. And you master it quite well. So, you know. Credit where credit is due.
Of course you can afford the lifetime pass on this. You keep hemorrhaging my money away. Sir, could you please calm down? I will not calm down. He's been cutting his prices shorter and shorter every year and taking all away my business.
Ooh, drama.
Ooh.
we ask for some popcorn or something?
It's fair
Don't
trade
forget my
here in this
ride.
city, old man.
Hi, guys.
If people want to come after my potato farm and buy my crops over your salty little things, that's not my fault.
Oh shit.
Bird.
Shh, Lovey, down.
Just see this other folk's hands slam on the table. Like they're wearing just like, common farmer's garbs, just like a full tunic with like this leather vest, like really loose but tied up jerkins to keep like the dirt out of the legs. Like the real down to earth guys who are just seem to be arguing over the price of potatoes. Yes, but you've been drawing your prices lower and lower every chance we get. The Farmers Guild will not allow this. Fine, let them come after my throat. Not like you have any teeth to bite with anyways.
Ooh.
We literally listening to an argument about the size of their spuds.
Listen, if you want to have this argument, stop having it where it's around the common folk. We do not need to have an incident here. I'm on to you, Jarek. Now you, sit on the other side of the station. What? That's not fair! Listen, I don't care who started this fight, but I don't want you two at each other's throats in my presence. Now go! See, like the older gentleman just pick himself up and begin to just curmudgeonly just complain down the hall. Two-time backstabbing. Stop instigating him, alright? He's the one who started it. Business is business, you know that.
Man, bickering like children, can you believe that?
Arms and legs are just folded on the other side of the station.
Poor man's been put into timeout. Oh dear.
Alafi,
Yeah,
your passive insight.
it's pretty high.
Pretty good.
The elderly man in the corner, you sort of, as he's like passing you by, you get this dark intent about him. He is not happy with the words that have been said, and his hand seems very focused.
Did I see any weapons on him?
It was hard to see underneath the belt he was wearing, but did spot this divot size of a dagger.
He'd have to rush past me to get to his other guy, so I'll just turn, sit.
You see Jas is also standing by where the luggage is. It seems like that's a respected spot that the Gear Forge could stand at. So just like right with luggage and shit. He doesn't get a seat.
I'll just keep it on. If he tries to rush the poor other guy, I'll just catch him. I don't think... No offense to Mr. Old Guy here, but unless he's built like a freight train, he's not going to get past me.
He's not gonna get past any of us. We're basically blockading the place.
Inadvertently, yes.
Who is that who scolded him?
I think it was just a guard, no? One of the bright guard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but he seems to have more insight on the situation he's letting on.
You could go talk to him.
I mean, if you really want to try and talk to the Bright God, Get their
Yeah,
attention
that's a
on us.
terrible idea. He would
Yeah,
smell me
exactly.
instantly.
Listen, Drona.
Oh, sorry, I
It's
meant to
their
give him
problem.
that name.
Drona, just
Oh,
let
Jared
them have their
Jennison.
spats. It's not a big problem to deal with. If anything, if things start getting too
There we go.
extreme, then we step in and try to intervene. But right now, I think they've got this handled. Yeah? Don't worry too much about it and just enjoy the ride.
Fair.
So that fanning card trick that you did back there,
Mhm.
did you just expend like all of your cards and did they like disappear or do they like respawn somewhere?
No. It's just it's like your little ray of sunshine. It's just energy.
You seriously calling it that?
Why wouldn't I?
Ugh. I should have seen that coming. I really should have. And yet I didn't. Shame on me.
Yes, you really should know better by now.
I really should but know better than by now, but I don't. And I continuously walk into it. It's like I'm insane or something. I don't know.
10 minutes
The lightning
before
is
reaching
fast.
the Palisite district. Please make sure all your goods are on your person while leaving the station.
Lightning was badass though.
Oh, lightning's fun. I should have learned that a while ago.
Tell you were enjoying it.
Joust, you begin to see old man just keeps trying to keep his eyes forward over to you.
I look at him and I'm just like, because I know a Gear Forge's general thing, it wouldn't be to do anything unless it's ordered to do. It's like I would just be standing there and like if I get like John Tech, my eyes would just lock on, and then he looks away, just look back forward, like oh yes, I'm keeping an eye on you, but I was not commanded by the 4 masters I have to do anything, so I'm just kind of like I keep like I got my eye on you, son. Like,
What? What are you looking at?
my apologies, sir. I was merely observing the environment. Is there anything I can help you with, sir?
Unless you want to spin the face of that Bildrat over there.
Unfortunately, I am incapable of spitting. Is there anything else I can, any request else I can help you with, sir?
What, you don't have any oil in that gasket of yours to spray at him?
Unfortunately not. All my oil systems and fuel intake is regulated in internalized pressure.
I'm now whispering to Payne. Okay, first arguing over Spuds, and now I think he wants Joust to pee on him. What's going on?
As Joust kind of like he has a little bit, here's a little bit, and is like, shrugs, and he's just like, but he's like, but you do seem at distress. Is there really anything I could do to help you? Perhaps someone to talk to.
Bastard there's putting the farm guild up business.
That is most unfortunate. The regulations of produce is a very fine regulated and inaugural process of the Farmers Guild.
Yes, but his spuds are outside of the city's jurisdiction. Yet he continues to bring his produce in and try to sell it.
Unfortunately, due to legislative regulations, that is not illegal behavior.
He keeps it up. There's gonna be a lot of people out of a lot of jobs.
perhaps a proper discussion over a format at the next farmers' meeting.
Hands are tied. The hell am I even saying this to you? Robot.
I am sorry. You just feel like you got a lot on your chest. If you would like, I would be happy to sit and talk with you. You look like you could use a friend.
Roll me an insight check, Joust.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Insight for Joust. Oh, +6. I'm pretty
This
good
guy
at
better
it.
hope he's not about to try to stab Joust.
Ow,
On the plus side, he's keeping him distracted.
I'm literally am like, Clippy, sir, it looks like you have attempted to stab my internal systems. Do you need help with that? It's like, ow.
He would want to stab right
that-
here.
That's an 8. So yeah, not
That's-
great.
Solid 8.
He looks like he could use a friend. Mhm.
He does have that, like, disgruntled, like, worker's look about their face with, you know, when the face of someone who's been ripped off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone who's literally about to be like, I'm about to snap. He's a wound-up band, but I'm just like, you look like you could talk. Is this seat taken? As he sits down, like...
They have
But
reserved
yes,
seat for you.
Well, I paid for a ticket. I think I am entitled to my seat. But I apologize. I did not introduce my model. I am programmed to make friends and promote friendly conversation among all newcomers. I am J302U87S8T.
What?
Oh, my apologies.
It doesn't matter.
Oh. But I didn't catch your name, good sir.
Hear that god yelling at me to get back over here? It's Jennison.
It was Jennison. It is nice to meet you. You may call me Joust. I think you are in the right here. But I know right now is not a good time to do it. Perhaps when cooler heads will prevail. But knowing that man over there, it is only a matter of time before his comeuppance will come.
Oh, don't worry. I'm as calm as I can be, rest assured.
See, that's the right attitude. Pat. Joust is like, Joust does not realize, like, I'm gonna stab him. And I'm like, that's the ticket. It's like, hey, good for you. And Joust is just thinking, he's like, well, I think you could use a little bit of time off. Could I interest you in a drink at a tavern nearby? Maybe talk things out. Maybe see if I could help you out. I am the current property of 4 intrepid adventurers that would be happy to listen to your plights and see if we could help out with your regulation problem.
He puts his hand on your shoulder,
Okay.
and he brings his mouth to what he assumes would be where your ear is.
Yeah, a little hole in the side of my head.
Alafe is still paying very close attention to his mouth.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, I have the observant feat. I can fucking
Very true. You can read lips.
read
Yeah,
lips.
you can read lips. Like, yeah, you're very observant.
Fair enough.
It's
All right.
like- oh yeah.
And yeah, you can see him mouthing this off, but he is essentially whispering to Joust. So, Robot, you want to get in good with the guild?
I would love that.
Care how it's done, teach that man a lesson over there.
So what you are is just thinks about it. You know what? I think I could give him a gun talking to.
No! Not like that!
Oh, not like that. Okay.
Don't want an open discussion with him. I want him out of our hair, our picture.
Ah, yes. You would like me to, as they say, looks left and right, rub him out.
Don't.
Wink. Blink.
I just want to make sure he's not hurting our guild members.
Of course.
And
After
right now,
all,
the way
you-
his business is being run, He is hurting us very much.
Hmm.
Get him out of
You
the
are right.
picture. And I'll get you in good with.
Well, I believe we might have an accord. I would have to confer with my masters, but they are open to, as he looks like kind of left and right, alternative ways of taking care of things.
Let it get out.
Of course. You
You're
see
a
how
friendly
bright and
robot,
colorful I
right?
am?
You're trying to help, right?
Of course. I am programmed to help.
Then lips sink ships.
That is right. You know, too many mice spoil the milk. Hmm.
Keep this to yourself.
Very good. I will do that. Mr. Jennison. Jennison. I kind of like this different alternate voice, like, program it, Jennison.
Now
Very
arriving
well.
to Palisite District.
Well,
Just
you
gives you a
have
pat
a
on
good
the shoulder
day,
and stands up.
as I'm like, good day, friend Jennison. And I just like kind of make my way following the crowd out of the train.
We need to teach Joust not to talk to every person he meets.
Well, I am programmed to be friendly, guys. You didn't tell me not to talk to anybody.
This,
I mean, on
this
the
is a
plus
Lofty
side,
saying this to
definitely-
the rest of the group. Don't worry about it.
I mean, on the plus side, he definitely kept him distracted.
It counts for something. The only problem is now that guy might remember Joust next time he looks at a wanted poster.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, he
Let's
remembered a
hope that's
blue
not-
robot, not a
let's-
gold robot.
Yeah, let's just hope that's not an issue with farmers around here.
As I like kind of mention it to everyone, like, hello everyone. I had an interesting conversation with that man on the train.
So we could tell. What do you say?
We're not helping him.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind.
He asked you to basically kill that man, Joust. It's really fucked up, actually.
What?
Hmm.
I did not hear him say those words.
Oh, he
said
definitely
fake-
didn't say that. He wanted you to kill him, though.
It's
I would not-
implications, Joust, not outright saying it.
I am not programmed to kill, but I kill out of defense. As Joust like stops for a moment, he's like, well, yes, I am programmed to kill. As he thinks for a moment, no, that is definitely my programming. Like, no, wait, yes.
No, it's definitely
I
in there
kill 'em out.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. I don't like to know about it, but
Listen,
I have a
Joust,
strange urge
Joust,
to kill.
Joust.
Hmm?
If someone says to you and commands you to kill, and we say no, who are you going to listen to?
You see Joust hesitate, like, almost, like, vibrates when you say, like, command to kill, and then he, like, shakes himself out of it. He's like, I suppose I would have to think on the situation. I would have to think on
Oh,
that.
that's not concerning at all.
Yeah, no, Joust,
Hmm?
if someone commands you to do something that you don't want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do in that moment?
Well, it depends on the moment. If someone told me not to hug a puppy, but there was a puppy there, oh boy howdy, I would like to hug that puppy.
Okay.
It all
But-
depends on context, my friend. I mean, you put a basket of puppies in front of somebody, you want to hug one or two of
Joust,
them.
Joust, we
Mhm.
would like to have it so that you don't end up doing something that you don't want to do based on the programming that you have. You understand what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Someone help me out here.
I'm just saying, it's like, imagine if it was so hardwired into you that you would like to, say, smoke a pipe, and then suddenly you were just told that you could not. But you really, 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 really want to smoke that pipe. It's like that, gnawing at the back of my mind.
Joust, you were given free will, right?
I don't really know, but I suppose yes.
You were given free will. Yes.
You do realize you've just made a comparison of something that is an addiction you need to break for your own good, right?
Yes. I mean, I have sated my bloodlust so far, but it is only a matter of time.
We're getting further and further away from the point. Oh, Lord.
But no, I would not want to. It is against my wishes to kill. But if someone overrided my normal program into my default program, I would not have a choice.
But you were given free will by someone that wanted to have you, choose.
Yes, but like I said, if I defaulted to my original programming, there's nothing that would stop me from killing
Doesn't
everybody I
that,
see.
doesn't that automatically override your default programming?
Yes, but it is in there, I suppose.
Doesn't matter.
To me,
Sent you a message, Gob.
to me, yes. But I'm just saying, if I am a Gearforged and we are programmed into our attack protocol, not anything you could do could turn me out of that.
Elafi's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say,
Hello, Alapi.
"There are a lot of Gearforged. You're different.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats. You don't have to worry about it."
Oh, I mean, thank
Don't you remember what that robot enthusiast from earlier today said? That professor,
The chief engineer? I don't know who you're talking about.
the software engineer.
Oh, my Thunder Buddy. Yes, I remember
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yes.
You remember what he said about you and how special you were?
But yes, I suppose there are anomalies in the general thing, but yes.
Okay.
Which is why this is nothing to worry about. Why are we having this conversation?
Yeah, why are we in front of the trade station? Let's keep going. We are all tired, and we all have to talk about a potential. I'm not saying we do it, but that's an in if we need to. We put a poker in the fire. We've got to get it out there, all right? I mean,
Elafi is gonna walk over to Pain and Tora and say, "There are things to worry about. We know he's got free choice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it."
yes, nothing bad can go wrong and fall on fire, is the old saying.
It's not
Besides,
exactly.
If anyone here is
Me, but
dangerous more than
something,
anyone else, being told to kill, it's me. So
You,
Yeah, well,
you know there are other methods to get people to quit a business without killing
Yes.
them, right?
I know. I was planning on, forming a petition and seeing what we could do through
that's a
political
long,
means.
complicated process and not always going to work.
What about blackmail?
Ooh, that
I'm
is
a fan of that.
with what?
You want to
We'll
find
find
out?
something that would absolutely be something we can use.
Hold on.
against it.
No, we're doing the thing we always do. We're
We're
getting
jumping the gun.
distracted.
Let's go get an in, and then we talk about it over a
Right.
pint.
Let's focus
He's right there.
on finding safety. Leave the poor man alone. He's doing questionable things in a terrible
Questionable
place.
business practice, yes.
Oh no, he's trying to topple this place's government. Whatever will we do? And then Elafi just starts to walk away.
Well,
Like,
actually,
what are we doing? Hello?
Well, actually, the current market enterprise on the farmers market is actually an instable thing. The turnip prices alone really fluctuate violently.
Joust, if you think I understood anything you just said, you were talking to the wrong man.
Joust, that's another crossing for another day. Let's focus on what we got to do now.
You're right. Either way, let us all get you some rest. You all seem tired after getting punched around or by robots. Oh wait, that was just me.
If you were to
I got-
visualize the concrete jungle that this market district is, your best bet is to imagine a fantasy version of downtown Tokyo in the hot 80s.
Oh God.
So it's like the Blade Runner market district of just craziness. Like
there
oh,
are street
fuck.
vendors on the street offering you a good time in their local establishment where you can get a nice pint and a great meal for really cheap. There are residents on top of these businesses. There's just these wonderful bright lights all gathering to get your attention. It is just...
I hate it here.
Well, welcome everyone to the Palisade District, home of mercantile shoppings to all your pleasurable needs.
Like around every, even like little narrow corridors, there's probably 7-8 bars that just go down a single line, all with their own little sale signs out, and still jam-packed. Like whoever's advertising these things is just grabbing the attention of people, and just regulars who have just found their little hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's
Someone
like
knows how to market.
it's like hundreds of people just constantly moving everywhere.
Correct.
All right. We're in fucking
And
downtown
after your business with your good dwarven friend there, it is the heat of the afternoon. People are just now starting to hit these market streets.
Lunchtime rush and everything. Oh boy.
It is the after work special.
Well, everyone, where would you like to go? There's plenty of different things.
I think we're a little bit paralyzed.
I
by
can
the
just keep
choice.
hitting the refresh button on this random name generator, and there will be one that has that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joust is just like walking like it's nothing. Like he's programmed to just walk through the crowd. He's like, everyone, you should stay close. We do not want to get lost. And we're walking, and we're walking. Like a tour guide head turned around, arms like, come on, everyone. Don't be alarmed.
Slarmed? Huh?
I said
Can I
alarmed.
make a perception check for another inn? Since
There's
that's what we're
a
looking
lot
for.
to. You don't need a perception check. There's so many to choose from. At this point,
There's
you're
100
trying to eye quality, which is an insight check.
Mhm.
All right,
And it's also varied on what quality you yourself are looking for.
low.
Low,
Low
poor
quality,
income.
seedy,
All right.
poor income.
Give
All right,
give
let's
me
go.
an insight roll.
There you
All
go.
right.
We're looking low.
I
and
got
we're
a
looking
12
cheap.
again.
Oh, a back alley bullshit place to get. Welcome to the rat shit hotel.
What's
Welcome to the Has-Been Hotel. That's all for you.
No, wrong series. We gotta go. We gotta go.
So in this
On the upside, there's only like 3 people staying there, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
open.
shit.
God.
So in this rose-colored alleyway, east of all like the merchant stuff, there's just this street outside and this shaded little canopy with this like ramshackle fabric over it, and this sort of like crudely etched in buxom lady on there called the Minstrel's Cup. It's got this homey vibe, but you can tell it is just like it's a business that hangs on by a thread.
Oh. Somehow it's keeping the lights on. Like, Really, Drana? This is the one you want? Is we're like looking at the sign.
Funny enough,
the way
the way these hallways are cramped, it almost reminds you of Gallius there, Drana.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get
Only
why.
more concrete and metal over wood.
Well, it's not perfect, and it's not home, but it'll do. And it will also keep prying eyes off of us.
What do we think, guys?
Plus, I can wear my captain's hat without any worry.
Did you see how most of the people dress in Fall of Fire? You don't look at it like you stand out, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's no door to this building. There are hinges, but no door.
Oh, so it's like a saloon door has been knocked off kind of situation. Just an open doorway.
Either knocked off or a door that had to be sold for money.
Oh boy.
Mm.
There's a guy in a barrel just sitting in empty eyes.
You just see this tall female elf whose eyes just keep darting around their small little bar. Has anyone seen my rag? Has anyone seen my rag? On your arm. It's on my arm. I'm sorry.
I like her.
Hmm.
If you would like, I could stay outside in case it is a shady business.
I mean, shady is better.
That's the entire point.
Oh my goodness. Hi,
Oh.
hello.
Hi.
Are you here to buy something or rob us?
Didn't know
were
there
you
was an
rec-
option.
Were you recently robbed?
What day am I not robbed? You haven't pulled a sword on me yet, so I'm assuming you're here to buy something. Thank goodness. Please,
Next few
wherever you'd
rooms.
like to sit. And all you see is just like a row of just bar stools across a bar.
Oh, no table size.
There's
just
a wall
bar.
behind those seats that it is cramped
boy.
and narrow.
All right.
Oh, this poor woman.
I've actually been to a bar exactly like this size in Tokyo. In my brain, I'm like, wow, I'm like right back there.
Like,
jeez.
like you can see where she's standing. Like behind her is just this open grill, the other side of her is just where they keep all the drinks, and then there's just that rise up to the bar, and down at the very end of the hall is just what appears to be this skinny staircase that probably what you assume leads up to little portable rooms.
I'm gonna sit down at the bar and
Yeah, I'll
I'm
sit
gonna
as
order
well.
a drink.
Although
Yep.
I'll definitely climb up with both hands.
I'm sorry, every time that you try and just sit up on a bar stool is actually kind of adorable.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive us. Most of our food is either pickled or jarred. It keeps people from stealing the food.
What? Why you rob so often?
She just like slumps her arms down in defeat. It's just like, because we're an easy target.
Well, yeah, you got no door.
No door, no protection, no nothing. Just whatever we can afford.
Would you happen to
And-
have been able to afford whiskey?
You can see like the regret in her eyes, but she says like, yes, but it's watered down, I'm afraid. We have to conserve as much as we have.
No, understandable.
We gave everyone full pints of whiskey, they might decide to take that too. I'm sorry, where's the whiskey? On the shelf behind you. It's on the shelf behind me. Right. I'm so sorry.
I will take a glass of whiskey.
Perhaps she is selling it for a simple copper.
I will happily take it just to, support this poor woman. She needs it.
With the pickled stool and milled bread for at least a little 3 copper.
I'll just take the whiskey. I don't need the food.
That's alright, I need something easy. Not something to get me drunk.
You don't seem like normal workers around town. You do mercenary work?
Mm-hmm. Typically. Do you don't happen to have like a curtain rod, do you?
I mean, we mostly just nail the curtains up.
Fair. All right. I'm
Sorry.
No, you no need to apologize.
You're literally just doing your best. There's no need to apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just sometimes I'm just so absent-minded. I could lose a pen in my hand if you were handing it to me.
Would you lose your head if it wasn't still attached?
She looks at both of her hands. Oh. Don't joke like that.
Sorry. My sense of humor is a bit morbid.
Hey, Payne, do you have a dagger that I can have?
I only have the one, and no, you can't have it.
Rip.
You can have mine. I never use it.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to take the dagger. Do you have any string, ma'am?
Kind of already like Holt throws her hands up.
I believe she doesn't have any.
No. Oh well.
But take the curtains.
I'm not taking the curtains. I'm making you a covering for that open door of yours, so it doesn't get too drafty in here. I'm
Sec, I thought you were robbing us.
not robbing you. All right.
If someone tried to rob you while we were here, I don't think it would go well for them. We're too nice to let that happen to someone who's clearly just down on their luck.
I don't think anyone else would fit in here.
Well, there you go.
You've literally packed the place.
So I'm going to. Can I assume that my water skin has like a leather like thing to attach to like a belt,
Yeah, it's fair.
like a leather's. So I'm going to undo that, put the water skin in my bag, and go over to the door frame.
All right, what would you like to do?
Jump up, dagger in the top of the door frame. Jump up, dagger in the other side of the door frame. Tie them together, and then throw a blanket over it.
Do you need a boost, Drana?
She needs a lot of boosts.
This is crude, so it's gonna be a low roll. But give me a sleight of hand, anyways.
It's the
I
line
mean,
of band.
it is
When...
better than nothing, right?
and that one.
Like I said, this is a very crude setup, but
12?
yeah, absolutely.
Donk donk.
Just dunk dunk. You just sort of take a curtain and hang it over. Now you got this little dirty curtain wafting in the breeze.
All right, removing the blanket and my small knife from my inventory. I intend to let her keep it too.
I mean, we go away for a bit. Someone's gonna steal that blanket. Like,
And those
my
daggers.
my door, and the robbing with the daggers you left. Oh no!
You definitely need some kind of security here. Who has been talking to you?
Thugs. Usual gangs that are around here.
Yeah, but they usually work for someone bigger.
The ones who usually patrol these streets are known as the Bloodhound Gang. They just rob the lowest of the low for pennies on end.
No way to fight back or even get the bright guard involved, yeah?
They consider themselves the protection of this district.
Extortion racket. Like it.
But I can't afford to pay them, so they just take this place board by board. The lesson or something.
And you don't have the heart to really move, do you?
Just shakes her head. Don't even know where to go.
The moment we get our cut, I am solving this problem.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What if this is all just a sob story?
I mean, if you want to roll insight,
I
just
mean,
see her.
Am I gonna insight
Sure.
me down on her? Oh God, I'm doing
I'm
it.
going to.
You might as well
All right, roll me
Oh
an insight.
cover all bases.
This feels wrong.
Yeah,
It,
she's
feel,
just
it
a
feels
sad
wrong,
woman.
but it's a sketchy place. Let's double check.
24.
24.
Yeah, it beats my 12.
Oh,
I'm
yep.
so sad.
Yeah, no, this sob story comes from the heart. You can almost hear the quiver in her voice.
Damn.
Either she's an expert liar or this is a really sad moment.
It's enough to make a Luffy sad. That's all I need to say.
If she has a handkerchief, she would cry in it, but they already stole it. Dang.
But don't worry, I have a bottle for my tears over here.
That's the only running water we got left.
Not that down on her luck.
Ah, damn. Not joking, like, golly.
I
That's
think
like
you need
right.
to pay off these fuckers and just have them leave for at least enough to buy you time.
I never had to think of anything like that. They know they're not going to get much from me, so if I end up with a large amount of money, they're going to wonder where I got it from. Try to rattle me for more.
Well,
Even if we were to cover her costs, I don't think it would solve the problem.
No,
Besides, we don't live-
if anything, it incentivizes them to come back.
Yeah, and we can't necessarily stay the entire time, now can we?
Oh, you really know how to pick the best places, Drana.
It's worth it. And we're going, and I have a feeling before we leave here, we're going to leave this place a much better situation.
I mean, I would certainly hope that you have a plan in mind.
I was just going to build her a door.
I would.
A
that would-
metal
I'll probably
door.
just take it again.
I think
I mean,
A
a metal
metal
door
door.
would be difficult to take,
Yeah.
and in the right circumstances, you could get it used as a weapon.
Well. Do. Excuse me, ma'am, but I don't think I got your name.
Senya.
Well, we would like to rent rooms for, if that's at all possible.
Really? I mean, sure.
Of course.
The best, but
Honestly,
That's not how you sell your product.
Hey, give Connor a break. yeah.
These roach-infested bedrolls are the most comfortable roach-infested bedrolls in town.
I'll take
Perfect.
your
I
whole.
love the enthusiasm.
I'll tell. Yeah, Joust is like, I'll buy your entire stock. Like almost like taking it back.
Down, Joust, down.
I don't like cities.
Oh well, you're not going to like here.
Listen, it's far enough away from most of the crowds, and this is probably the best place where we can lie low.
Yeah, no one expects us to be here, I think.
Yeah.
No offense.
Tell you what, ma'am.
There's none to take.
If that gang does come by, would you be willing us to let us stay if we help fend them off for you
Will you be my bodyguards?
for the time being that we're here?
I
Hold up. As much as I hate to interrupt what could be entertaining putting some bad people in their place, if you have bodyguards one day and we happen to leave the next, whoever we beat up is going to be coming to you for revenge. It's not the best idea.
But she definitely needs some kind of protection. I mean, they're literally peeling the walls off the freaking hinges.
Elf is going to lean in close to you and say, she doesn't need protection, she needs change. I don't know why she's holding on to this place, but it's not... Look at this. What?
The why she's holding on to this place doesn't matter.
Because she's poor.
She's nowhere else to go. She has no heart to leave. She's trying.
She needs to leave.
Look, under any other circumstance, I would agree with you, but at this point, it'd be better than nothing.
We can't help every person we meet. I have to teach you the same lesson we tried to teach Joust earlier today.
I say we help her.
Of course you do, Joust.
I don't know why this is hitting me so hard. But I'd like to at least try and do something.
I agree. Yeah, we'll stay the night. Talk in the morning, see what happens.
Be 3 copper for each room. Only fit one of you. Pretty small.
Understood.
I do not.
I mean, they're very well fit for one person.
Do you have a bed big enough for me to lay on?
They're very well
Actually,
fit for
I don't
one
even
person.
want to sleep On your beds, I have a bedroll that'll do well enough.
Oh, I wouldn't want the roaches to get into that one either.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
And do not worry, everyone. I do not need a room. I will be happy to keep an eye on down here in case there is any dangers.
Why are you here? I intended on asking in the morning, but an idea has come to me. Why are you here?
Me?
Why?
Yeah.
Because this is my shop? My livelihood?
And you managed to survive with this? How would you say you do compared to others around here?
Able to fill my belly for a while.
I assume you have regulars that come in.
Well, yeah, I mean, cheap is cheap, so sometimes farmers down on their luck are just eager to just have a place to sit after work.
I shouldn't be prying. If you're happy with this, then there's no reason to worry. Okay.
Some things are just as simple as they appear, Alafi.
Exactly.
A woman.
I'm
with
giving
big
you a
titty
silver
dreams.
for my room because I don't have any copper.
You almost see like this joy but apprehension at handing more than what they think is worth.
Also, the rest of the party would know that Alafi definitely has plenty of copper.
Also, if you think about it, 1 silver, this girl probably can't even afford to go on the trains, man. Think
Yeah.
about that. Think about that. Like,
Sort of like hesitantly takes it before some other hand grabs it.
Well,
Enjoy your room.
she's trying to say no. Please run.
endearing. This isn't a front for some criminal gang, is it?
Luffy,
Alafi.
come on, man.
I'm finding this unbelievable. I don't understand. This is as Alafi is walking back to wherever the rooms are. Alafi is just saying, like, I don't understand how anyone could want to live in a city like this. Like,
Terrible.
this isn't the only person. There's so many people here. He's saying as he's walking into the distance.
Is he all right?
He's from
He's
out
not
of town.
really. Yeah, he's more of a country folk kind of.
Yeah,
person.
he's just not quite comfortable here.
Imagine if I turned while you guys took your eyes off me.
Oh shit!
And Alafi walked off on his own.
No!
Oh,
Don't say that.
What we would do is we pick up this woman, we run, just run. We Scooby Doo the fuck out of there.
One save per day. You're on Conjorno save. Don't worry.
no. Yeah, we're still good.
Very good.
You know, okay, as long as we're feeling generous, do you happen to have a spare, like, small barrel around here? Maybe like about a gallon or so?
I mean, I have a jug of water. Be about a gallon.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know what you're thinking. I don't have that trick.
I mean, I do.
Hush you.
Yes, just any spare jug you can.
Oh,
You can do
spare
without,
jug.
okay.
No.
You have the one jug
Yes.
and no empty barrels of any kind.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be empty by the end of the day.
God, that's so sad. She's at, I have one jug to
Wow.
my name. She's
Aw,
that
honey.
poor, guys.
I will be right back. You two are welcome to follow if you want.
Don't do that worry.
Alafi,
I-
on your way up to your quote unquote room,
Yeah.
the staircases sort of like give to like a flat surface before going up more stairs. It's almost like a spiral staircase split every floor, and each floor is just like this. You see doors that lead to, well, doors is being generous. There are no doors here.
Oh boy! So it's like a
You see
commune.
you see 3 by 6 foot squats with bedrolls.
Wow. I guess this is what a 2 gets us.
My feet are going to be sticking into the hallway.
They most definitely are.
If I lay
Just
down
remember to wear
flat,
socks.
I will. Luffy might not sleep tonight.
Does Alapi even own socks? That's the question. I don't think he
I
does.
definitely don't need socks. I'm pretty sure I don't own shoes.
Like,
You gotta be careful walking around Fallfire. You're gonna step on a needle, man. Jeez.
Yep. Very sturdy feet from walking around barefoot this entire life.
Like,
Don't worry
as-
about it.
like as your shadow like casts over this, you see the crawling as they like dip into cracks.
It's like sleeping outdoors, but inside.
Are there any windows?
Nope.
Yeah, it was a dumb question.
She can't afford windows.
The windows
I
would be essentially these little slits in the staircases.
I wasn't paying
fuck.
that much attention when we were walking into the building. Is the roof of this building flat or
If you go up the stairs
Typical.
high enough, you do open up to this this rooftop area.
maybe I'll just sleep on the roof? Then it'll kind of be like sleeping outside. You know what? That actually sounds kind of nice. That's what I'm doing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
You just trade roaches for birds. It's very good.
I would much rather.
You're-
I can talk with birds. I can talk with birds. That's fine.
Can you not talk with roaches?
No?
They're insects, not animals.
Fair.
And yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you're going out to the rooftop, you are introduced to the sights, sounds, and smells of the marketplace. You hear the bright guard whistles fleeting after every little pickpocket or criminal who's going across the streets and nabbing someone's goods off the roads. You can hear the camaraderie of just bar fights that are going on, the yells of just people drinking and being merry.
DM, if I may.
Yeah.
I would like to possibly take a walk around the perimeter and see if I can find possibly a dead drop.
And
Sure.
I'm going out shopping. So
Okay.
Would you like some accompaniment, Drana?
I said anyone's welcome to follow.
I will follow you because I know the city a bit better than you do.
Maybe we shouldn't be wandering.
Wow, there's nothing bad that happens in Fallout Fire.
We're the bad that happens in Fire.
Didn't you see the sign when we came in? There's nothing bad happens here. Nothing bad happens here, or else. Yeah.
So, I wouldn't-
I'll follow John. I'll follow John.
All right.
I wouldn't mind going with, but I also don't think I should be leaving. I don't think I should be leaving Ilafi if he could potentially get Chewy on us.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to be going anywhere too far.
Yeah, I'm just walking around the market. I'm not going too far either. I'm going to be
Hey.
back within the hour.
Okay, keep an eye out for a decent tailor, since we might be going formal in a few nights.
Very
Fair.
well.
God.
Very well. I shall endeavor to find you the finest tailor in the marketplace.
I also need to find a place to sell this. And I pull out the diamond that I've been carrying that sells for 50 gold.
You should not be carrying that out in the open, by the way.
No shit. That's why I'm showing people before we leave.
Okay.
And I put it back in.
So what would I need to roll for searching for a dead drop?
Investigation.
Okay.
Investigation.
Eh,
Hey,
21?
that's pretty good.
21.
21. You head towards the thin alley that lines one shop between the other. As you're looking down the corridors out into the shopping district proper and into the more dark, narrow corridors, see this sort of folded up parchment sort of wedged between the wood boards of the inn you're staying at.
I'm gonna discreetly pick it up. Just take a look at it.
Cradle loves Thieves Camp.
It is scripted. It is this sort of the usual you're expecting. It's almost like reads like a shopping list, but these ingredients add up to thieves can't.
Mm-hmm.
We'll DM you what it says.
Okay. Let's see. Just nuts.
What's Tora going to do?
See. So Laffy's going up to the roof.
There's a very noisy roof because there's no sound protection. But there are indeed less roaches up here. Say less.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least they're not all over you inside. That's true.
Like you imagine them throwing garbage off the side of the...
Yeah, Tor's gonna hang out up top, keep an eye on the city below, or at least the surrounding streets, just to take it in. And
Sorry for making
you
you
know,
stay here.
no, it is better than the potential alternative.
Just keeping an eye on the streets for Alafi.
One eye on the
Tora.
one eye on the street, one eye on Ilafi, just in case.
Now is actually a good plan, or a good time to start the planning away from the prying eyes of gods, possibly.
Yeah, this place doesn't look like gods pay much attention to it.
Oh.
Payne is going to come back and spider climb onto the roof.
You just see Pain climb up to you.
I'm Batman. I mean,
What?
I have an idea.
That's
Alright, yeah.
Our god problems. That's not going to go away no matter how much we help some girl do as the god says. Anything like that. I have one other lead for us. The person who had the job, arguably, that, Sanguine Band's first job. That wizard, I still have that sending stone.
Mm.
Cassius.
Why did he need us to find that mineral?
Knowing what it
Or-
can do now, yeah, I can imagine a few reasons.
Mm-hmm. He might be sympathetic. Or at least curious. We've learned a lot.
Or he might be plotting a coup against the gods, you know.
That makes him an ally.
I mean,
I didn't say he didn't.
Good.
We still have no idea about the context of what it is that he plans to do with the mineral. We'd need more information.
We've heard whispers of a forge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he might know.
He might. I'm not in a position where we can really inquire about it.
I'm gonna pull the sending stone out.
All right.
I could just
We might
ask.
be. Okay, just choose your words carefully.
Or is going to again hold up both hands, waiting to count. Make the most of it this time.
Hmm. What's that rock called again?
Sending stone.
Sorry, not the sending stone. The ore.
Electromite.
Electromite. Yes.
Electromite, yeah. I don't think we got a name for the forge either, right? It was just
No, we
a
didn't.
forge. Right, yeah.
It
Okay.
is just a forge.
That's where my brain was thinking. I'm like, did it have a name? I don't know.
No, you got a
I
name.
believe we did get a name. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, I
From the
remember
Dragonborn.
stored a name.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name? I don't recall.
That's a shame. No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Well, then he says, well, you should have had keen mind then. Too bad.
Should have dipped your feet into
No,
keen mind.
Listen, I take notes. I try to pay attention to some of the important stuff. Sometimes things slip. Okay, this is one of those things.
Comet
Oh,
Forge.
Comment.
The Comet
I knew it
Forge.
had something to do with celestial
Okay.
bodies. I was thinking like Moon Forge. No, that's the other game.
The Eclipse Forge? No, something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Moon. Yeah,
Hey, you guys wouldn't forget that.
we gotta find Sozin's comet, guys. I mean,
So before I go, just asking questions how I want to. What would you guys think would be a good way to lead this conversation?
On ascending stone's not much of a conversation, so
It's more of an inquiry, and you get a response, and that's it.
You can infer a lot of information from very few words said, if
No, I
said
know.
correctly.
I know. Just saying.
All right, I'm just going to ask him then.
Okay.
just don't tip our hat too much, just in case.
I'm assuming he knows the names, which is really all we have, so I'm going to straight up ask him.
Okay.
oh no, Lex Luthor knows what comet forge is.
All right, I will activate the sending stone.
All right.
Hi. We've learned a name. Comet Forge. We would like to know more. Can we share info? That's it.
17 that time, very good.
It's like 4 times as many as last time.
He actually used more than 3 words.
Yeah, things were complex. I'm asking a much more
It's
complex question.
It's very astounding. So proud.
New phone, who dis?
Maybe he'll be surprised. Happy to hear me this time. It was kind of fun antagonizing him.
A few moments pass.
Mhm.
But you eventually get an answer. The Comet Forge. I'm surprised you know that name. We should have a discussion. I'll meet you tomorrow.
Huh?
He's probably keeping some kind of tracker on us.
Elafi
Yeah,
will
but-
relay the message, of course. He says he'll meet us tomorrow.
Yeah,
And he
fair
says he's
bet
surprised we know the name.
Yeah, fair bet he can track that little rock he
He
gave us.
used less words than I did. I mean, that's not a bad thing. If he's of the temperament we think he is. Allies, as said before. Either that or he's not. In which case, we're going to have many Bright Guard down our necks soon. One or the other.
Well, that's a coin we have to flip anyway, right?
Did you get any food while you were out? Looking at Pan.
What do you mean?
Did you get any food?
He's been peckish for a bit.
Oh, right. No, I did not. I thought that you had your fill back at Conjurno's Tower.
Yeah, it was what, 2 hours ago?
Is there any way we can contact him to get him back? So that he can, like, give you a whole buffet, like, just on hand? That would be very convenient.
Might help.
Well, if Drana gets back, we can ask her if they found any place to eat at least.
Meanwhile,
So that is why you should always keep a diamond close to your chest. By the way, Drana, how are you feeling lately? We don't talk too much, girl. Dish, dish, dish. Now that we are
fucking worst.
as
Stressed.
Stress is a common factor with you.
Well, it may be a common factor because I'm trying to figure shit out in my life.
You see, it puts a hand on your shoulder. I'll tell you a secret. Everyone feels exactly like you do. Except for me, I don't understand that. But yes, it is common to have these feelings.
And
But-
I'm currently looking for a locksmith.
A locksmith?
Yes. Or, someone who would sell locks.
Oh,
More so.
well, there's probably a place for that here. We should go.
Perception check?
you
in the
are
market.
going down these essentially like concrete flea market stalls down numerous hallways. There is a cellar for everything. Someone's ringing a bell in your face, someone's flailing a flask of oil that's guaranteed to have your hair grow back. Someone's selling this exclusive rare goblin key that can unlock any goblin's secrets and just...
Ooh, Drana,
How does
that one...
that work?
Oh, Drana, that one is a goblin key. You might want that one. He like says they're walking by it. Aw. Like a kid like, oh, can we stop for candy? Aw.
It is the power
Just
of
keep walking.
magic, dearie.
Ooh, magic.
Doesn't look like it's working. Anyway, I start walking away.
I'm thinking the bizarre guy from Aladdin. It's Julian's fries sometimes.
It's
like,
Julian
damn
fries
it.
sometimes, yes?
Well, but yes, Drana. I mean, we play plenty of things about, but I did not really connect with you after the whole dragon encounter. How are you dealing with that? I had my own demons to face, but I wondered if you would like to talk about yours.
In the middle of a city is not the time and place to discuss what my fears are. Anyway.
Well,
Conquer your fears with
Alright.
this wonderful elixir!
No.
Aw.
but it is nice to be back here.
Yeah,
To feel like I don't
perception
stand
if you're
out
looking
much.
for locksmithing specifically.
I will
Yeah,
help
well,
look-
I'm looking for someone who makes locks, which I assume would be a locksmith, right?
I got a 16 to look around for locks. Oh,
28.
Perceptor blast. Hmm. I get distracted by a guy doing rat puppet theater and like, oh, like, oh.
All right. Well, I think this would be a good place. As I point to the, yeah, I assume I found a locksmith of some sort.
You found what appears to be a small little smithing shop. You see all these little like metal decorated jewelry pieces. You see like this spider that's made out of like used nails. You see like all these chain links that sort of combine into this like ornate necklace. Like someone who's taken metal crafting to an artistic fashion.
Ooh, this place looks nice.
And you do see like the common things like the hinges built for the metals, like locking mechanisms, all sorts of little bits and bobbles, almost like a bargain bin of just like random just metal scrap.
Ooh, like scrapyard, but he has like like a dream catcher made out of cans and stuff. Like
Yeah, you just see in these thick black rubber gloves this small halfling girl. She seems to be finishing another one of her pieces to hang up.
Well, all this is mighty lovely.
barely.
Thank you. Handcrafted it myself.
Looking
to buy some jewelry for your mates.
Looking to actually buy a lock, but
Not sure if the locks work, but we can look through the scrap bin and find one. She just
Of course.
begins to like rummage and throw stuff up in the air. Wait, need that? As she's like catches it in the air as she's done throwing it. Save that one for a little project.
I was looking for that one. Huh? Digging through.
No, that one's ugly.
It don't have to be pretty.
Simple enough then. What? So you're like, and this hinge that has what appears to be this this padlock attached to it.
All right. May I inspect for the quality of the metal?
I mean, sure, it's just leftover scrap, anyways. Or like just tosses it to you. Can't guarantee I'll find the key though. We got lots of those. A lot of people like wearing keys as decorations.
It is very common, yes.
Why?
It is a very current fashion trend.
It's very symbolic. Represents the opening paths to new opportunities. A shame though, because it locks someone out of an actual good working padlock.
Oh, it's like the opposite of where they lock things up in Korea. They just do all those padlocks everywhere, whatever that is. I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna use your smithing tools and inspect this.
Yeah. That's just perception again, isn't it? Or would that be investigation on the lock?
Investigation with your smithing tool proficiency.
Ooh,
Okay. So,
fancy.
all right. So that'd be 22.
22. Yeah. See a few scuff marks around the padlock. It looks like someone had tried to put a knife to it to try to force it open once before, but the lock held together pretty sturdy. It's a fair lock.
But you said it's missing its key, correct?
Yeah, I could probably get a new one in there for you.
I assume it would cost. How much would all this be? Metal working ain't cheap.
Well, I mean, it's a scrap pile, and she like puts the paper sign back of it. Just says like take from the pile 1 silver.
Okay. I'm going to hand her silver.
You want me to? Oh, thank you.
Of course.
If you want me to get a lock on that actual thing, that's
You
going
mean
to
a
be
key?
another 10 gold. Forging a key is
gold.
not easy work.
Yeah, I would know.
You can go about trying to make it yourself.
Do
But I don't think you have a spare forge around.
I do not. Alrighty. Okay.
10 gold in
Do
1 hour,
you-
and I can get it done for you right now.
Of course, but do you take trades? Well, more do you have?
If
Can
you
I
got,
also sell you something?
if you got some scrap to spare, I'm willing to see what we can do.
Well, I have a gem that would look very nice on some of your decorations that you make.
Well, let me see.
I pull out the 50 gold worth diamond.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah. So,
I could trim these
Unfortunate-
up. I can make each of the 8 spider eyes a piece of the... that's really nice.
mm-hmm. If so, if you give if you make the key and this lock, I would say 35 gold for that.
35 gold and... I'll make this for you. Oh, I see. I see what you... Okay. You know what? That's pretty good.
Uh,
Done deal.
I shake her hand, or like I put my hand out.
Let me just... You like reach for her apron and you just see her start pulling out random gold coins.
All right.
A little bit soot covered and a little scraggly from all the little bits of scrap metal that seem to fall into the apron, but nonetheless, she does hand you the gold amount.
I appreciate it, and I'll be back in an hour.
Yep, I'll make sure it's nice and snug in that little lock of yours.
Sure
Oh,
thing.
and,
So,
Feel free to take anything else from the scrap. I think this little piece of diamond I should be able to make a profit.
all right. Do I find anything else interesting in the scrap? Just investigate, I guess.
Yeah, just give me a little quick perception check.
Oh, perception?
Yeah.
Okay. That's much better for me.
26, alright. Couple bits of things that aren't really metal, but most of it's just all this like different bits and scraps. You see this like solid brass bell that's been taken from this like snapped off piece of leather, a broken compass, a whetstone, lots of iron nails in here.
Are there hinges? Like door hinges?
Well, there was a hinge that came like attached with the padlock. The padlock was locked on a hinge.
No.
If you're looking for other hinges, yeah, there's a couple in there.
Yeah, I'll take 3 door hinges.
Okay, you just start rummaging through, just like, that looks like one, that looks like one, alright. Yep.
All right, and I will head out and be back in an hour.
Alright.
If you would like, John, I can wait here if you want to check with everyone.
Oh, I need your help finding a woodworker.
A word worker? That would not be in this area. It'd be further up the road. Probably more closer towards the agricultural district.
Understood. Let's go.
We might be walking a bit. By the way, are you getting hungry?
A little.
It's weird. I cannot judge when people get hungry, but it usually comes around this time they call happy hour.
No, that's when they get thirsty.
Ah. Thank you for the clarification, Captain.
God.
See, Jas pulls his book. Thirsty at happy hour. Like writes that down. Thank you. And then I'm just like, yeah, we'll start heading a little bit further, probably where there's more natural stuff, because they'd have to have more access to wood over that way. Yeah.
Well, you'd probably actually see it further north.
Yeah. Oh, right from the industrial, right? Yeah.
Yeah, aside from the metalworking, the craftsmen's, you would be seeing like the woodworkers sort of melding between the Palisade district
Right,
and the
right,
Bolide
right.
district.
Right. Well, they have to manufacture furniture and shit, so it'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, shit would be loaded up out of there. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm wondering if Alafi did turn in this place, it would be not great. Oh, by the way, did I mention that Alafi supposedly had a cure that might not be a cure?
Just you didn't mention it, but
Well,
that
the
just
det-
gets me worried.
Yes, the details seem strange now. They seemed unusual at the time, but now they seem even more strange. She seemed very into Alafi, but he did partake in a particular concoction she offered.
Fun.
It was, well, I mean, he dipped his hand in a boiling hot cauldron. Well, not boiling hot, but like really hot soup level of hot. And,
Why?
well, she needed his taste, is what druidics things, I guess. I don't know. She seemed like an old hermit. She knew what she was doing.
Is this making any sense to me, Gob?
Well,
Does
he
this
dipped his
sound
hand.
like normal druid stuff?
Sounds like old hippie gobbledygook is what it sounds like.
Anyway.
Well, Jazz is trying to remember it half the time, and he's like, well, he dipped his hand in. He didn't seem to be two-phased of it, and then drank from her hand, so that seemed unusual.
I feel like this is just a kink gone too far.
Well, she seemed to know what she was doing, but either way, if that is not a cure, perhaps the city might hold something, but the only thing I could come to mind might be in the religious district, and that is going to be harder to come by than here.
When I'm not stepping foot in that place.
Well, unfortunately, there are plenty of healers and everything over that way. Perhaps somebody could cure a disease of some sort, or whatever it is that eludes Alafi.
Again, I'm not setting foot in there because I might catch fire. Anyway. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really believe in any gods. I don't understand the whole concept of it. I mean, I saw one and I wasn't really impressed.
I immediately start looking around the moment he starts seeing this shit. Saying this
Yeah,
shit.
give me a no.
Oh dear.
You are openly
I want it.
you are openly blaspheming in the street. You are getting some eyes looking at you.
Oh,
Hey, that
God.
robot's got self-awareness. Get him!
Joust, watch your tongue.
Oh, right, yes. Oh, my apologies. It must be a malfunction in my protocol. Protocol.
Joust, give me a deception
Just pick
check.
him.
You asked the right thing. Well, deception's not my best, but it's still a +5, so that's not bad.
1 + 5 is still a 6.
That is true. How about a 16? It's not
16,
great,
alright.
but not the worst.
Okay.
One guy's like, I don't like the look of that robot.
It's like that goblin should get them over back to the industrial district to fix them up good.
Scrap them down and start anew, I say.
When they start doing bodyguards for goblins.
do.
I am ignoring the goblin comments, and I am looking for a woodworker.
That's true. A Gearforge wouldn't be with a goblin. That is true, actually. I should think about that.
Alrighty. But yes, if you want to talk about what I saw with the dragon, we talk when we get back to the inn. Understood?
You know what? I don't think we probably should be talking to me about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, You know, I should just be quiet.
Maybe.
All I know is... I have one question, though, Illidrana, as we are away from everyone.
Yes.
Now that we know that something different about me, do you all still enjoy me and around me? Because I don't really know what to do now, and I am alarmed at this feeling.
Well, you're no different than any of us who were born into this world. You were just made differently, and it's irrelevant to how you were brought into this world. It matters more what you do with the life you are given.
I guess that's why you're the captain. You are the wisest of all of us. But don't let Alafi know about that. He is very wise. But for your size, your wise per size ratio is enormous.
All right, bring the roof down. You're brought aback a bit by this open-tote warehouse of a building. This, like, large engraved letters that just say Rico's Emporium.
Rico's Emporium.
Interesting.
It appears to be a body shop for caravans, wagons, and all the wooded transportation means.
Wait, is it like an automotive shop for wagon?
It's not just for wagons. You see what appears to be these steam-powered engines that are being dropped into these caravans.
Yeah, you guys have not seen steam-powered stuff, really. Joust would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, oh.
While maybe not a full, just Home Depot-level wood shop, you have the makings of people in here who are, in fact, working with lots of wood to build these caravans together.
Alrighty.
Now this place is very lively.
Is this actually a shop, or is it like a construction area?
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Fair.
We gotta go to the door aisle in Home Depot. In this area.
I am going to go in and try to buy some raw material. We're doing this song and dance together.
Yeah, I will follow you along.
Alright.
He leans down to Joanna. I should be carrying it, by the way, to keep up appearances as your service unit.
Of course, but
by the way, you should be more commanding. Do not talk up to me. Pretend I am just a part of a unit. We have to keep up appearances around here.
all I'm saying is the reason you would be walking with me and I'd be helping you is because I am someone else's slave.
Oh, that is
we are
right.
both servants in this city, unfortunately.
As I nod, I'm like, yes.
Anyway.
We all kind of like a little talk, like,
I guess I go into the main office or whatever it would be.
Yeah,
the shop.
You're sort of like introduced to this like showcase floor of like the brand new designs of these spectacular like alternative powered caravan cars.
I'm thinking a car dealership meets Home Depot. That's what I'm feeling. Like
pretty much. Like they're
wow.
They're bringing all like the raw materials in from one side and pumping out cars. Like their name is
nice.
Henry Ford. Except no, this is Rico.
If it's a Rico, it's quality assurance. I guarantee it.
Anyway. So I guess I approach the desk. Is there a desk?
Well, as you've walked your way in, a halfling man is just sort of got like this long ponytail, sort of like tied back in the back of his head into like a bun, just keep his hair in line, and he just looks over and just like, "Oh, hey, check it out!" come here to buy a new ride?
No, our master sent us to collect raw material for some wood that he needed. We didn't question why.
Oh,
Or why he
right,
sent us
right,
here.
dude. Like, nice little building project. Cool, cool.
Mhm.
Sounds like a nice Saturday.
Would you be able to help with that?
Oh, totally, dude. We got this all handled. Who are we gonna be sending this raw stuff to?
Oh, well. God. We'll probably be carrying it out because if we leave empty-handed, we may get in trouble.
Oh, I get
Sure.
you. That's no problem. That's no problem. You got something to carry this all with, right?
We don't need much. We only need a few planks of wood, and that's about it.
Oh, like a little personal project. Got it, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could probably do it with a few pieces of wood here and there.
Understood. He gave me about 25 gold to spend on this. So the wood is. I hope it's not too expensive. If it's more expensive, I could go and grab more gold.
25 gold of wood coming right up.
Thank you.
Oi, Jose, come on. We got some wood to push around. Gotcha, sir.
All right.
It was just a closing time, too. Hey, come on. We got a job to do. No doing it until it's 8 o'clock.
Well, at least we got here in time. You're right. Taking that shortcut was a good idea.
Of course, by taking that shortcut, we saved 3.7 minutes.
And you see him bring about... How do I describe this?
A pallet?
More or less.
Oh boy, that's a lot of wood. That's a lot of wood.
Hauled across the show floor here is just this, like, four-wheeled just block, and you see what appears to be just, like, sheets upon sheets upon sheets of this plywood-like material. Alright,
Thank
that
you.
should be about 25.
Thank you. I guess we'll make multiple trips, or do you want us to just bring your
Well,
Is
I
it
mean,
a dolly he brought it out?
essentially a dolly with no handlebars. It is all on the underneath the wood. The wood,
So
the wood
like
is sort of like strapped up with rope.
Oh, like a flat,
Yeah.
like dolly push thing. Okay, but on a little wheel thing. All right.
If we can bring the dolly back to you in the morning, if that's okay, or we could just.
Oh, I thought you said you had your own way of getting this.
Unfortunately, we're carrying it ourselves.
I mean,
But
good luck to you. We're closing now.
I guess I could go into my savings here. 5 gold for the dolly.
Thought the master only gave you 25.
This is my personal savings.
How does a little girl like you get personal savings that big, man? Those rich
Lifetime
folk
of
must be
working
paying
for
you
them.
crazy good.
Copper a day.
Copper a day, 5 gold after fucking forever. Jesus.
Roll me a deception
Here.
check.
That is, yeah. I am.
Wait a minute, that takes a long time.
Copper a day. I'm not like the best math person here, but a long time to get that much in gold. It's like 500 days or something.
Lord. Yes. Well, I was born into my master's care, and my entire life has been roughly 18 years.
Whoa.
So-
Hold on. He's sort of like staring at you intently.
She is being as sheepish and small as possible.
Wouldn't happen to know Silverbeard, would you?
As Joust like kind of leans down at the guy and is like, "Sir,
Insight.
you alright?"
Yeah, roll me an
Insight.
insight.
I am inciting that motherfucker's close.
Wait a minute. There you go.
26.
Oh my god.
You get the feeling he started to know who you are. He's trying to make the connections.
Uh-oh.
I'm half tempted to just make this guy forget real quick, Drawn, if you want, but we might cause a scene.
Who?
You know, little dwarf guy, big silver beard. Drove on a ship. Ringing a bell?
Maybe Master has mentioned him a few times.
You're not his new grease monkey, are you? You talked about having to replace a goblin.
Yeah, that's me. But keep it on the down low. We think he's still, not welcome here.
Are you kidding me? He did me a good solid back in Portiscale.
I didn't mean in your shop. I meant in your.
Hey, Joey, come
Yeah,
here,
and
come
it's-
here.
You see Joust is ready to like have a knife and puts it back in a sheath. Like, puts it back.
Take a look.
Like he's-
Look at Silverbeard's new grease monkey. We got ourselves a new goblin blaster here. Oh, man.
Small world, am I right?
Yes, but we know he's not welcome in the city currently. Wanted and all that.
Bygones that, man. If you ever see him, tell him that Rico sends his regards.
Understood.
Helped him build his ship, after all.
Oh my, it was
Oh.
quality craftsmanship, yes.
Darn right. Now we're building land boats. Well, kinda. I mean, they don't need horses to ride anymore. At least not with the crazy tech they're pumping out up there.
It seems like a single combustion style chamber in with a steam engine.
Yeah, you just pour a bunch of water inside that engine and it just gets all boiling hot and off you go. Going faster than any racehorse ever has.
The wonders of technology. But yes, now that we all are good friends and that we don't need to talk about any of us being around here, let's say it was 20 gold for the dolly and everything, right?
Just
Well-
take the dolly with you. That's a solid for me and Silverbeard there.
Well then, my friend.
I'll bring it back in the morning, I promise.
But either way, here's 5 gold and you never saw us, right, friend? Wink.
We may have
Your little
gotten
light
our-
just turned on and off on your little face there. Was that a wink?
No,
Yes.
sorry. I'm trying to work on it. That is why I say the word wink. Wink.
Sorry, it looked kind of weird.
Yes, it tends to do that. But yes,
Yeah,
as you see
it's all good, man. It's all good.
You see Joust still like a little shirt pocket. He's just like, just keep that for yourself, my good man. Pat, pat. He kind of leans away, like, just pretend. Borico, for the business, am I right?
I mean, if you're paying for the dolly, I guess.
Well, I mean, I'm paying for you to be just keep it
Stop
on the
it,
down
Joust.
low.
It's all for the
Just-
books,
Alright.
man. It's all for the books, my dude.
For the oh yes, for the books. We better get going. I think we have a appointment to keep, right?
And
Mm.
I'm going to start. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna skateboard on the dolly.
Wait up! I can't go as fast as you.
You are pushing an entirety of wood on the dolly. This is an athletics check.
Fair. All right, that I can actually.
Could
Like,
I
this
assist
is a
you by
lot more
helping
wood
push?
than you were expecting.
I'll do the
That
help
should work.
action by helping push.
How many
you,
times have I
John.
heard that?
Oh dear.
It's a lot more wood than I was expecting. Could I be helping and give them advantages? I'm helping push like the other side.
Are you proficient with
level it up?
athletics?
God no.
Wait, no. You have Jack of all.
I am, but I'm not proficient. It doesn't give you proficiency. It just
Proficiency
lets me-
is what gives you the help action.
Yeah, that's true. You
Alright.
have to be proficient with skill to. Yeah, you're right. So I'll give you bardic at least. Like,
you can roll yourself your own athletics check if you want.
Yeah, sure. I might as well push. I mean, I have to keep up with things. So straight D20. Let's do this shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, 13 and 10
I'm not
together.
a wimp. I'm a jerk.
You kind of all like force your weight behind it, and as soon as you get like a good momentum going, drawn, you sort of like just hop on it and sort of start kicking with your foot, like a giant oversized scooter with just a
on a
huge
pile
sum
of
of
wood.
wood in front.
This is enough wood to build a house or a good small shack. Like, jeez.
Like
Yeah, so we're going
25
to use
gold's
it
worth
to-
of wood has given you like a shed load of just like wood.
Jeez, yeah. We could build a pipe containment house. with
And
that.
guess what I'm going to be doing in my spare time while here? Replacing all the doors that this that this place seems to lack, and give the front door a lock.
What
Okay.
a strange shopping adventure this has been.
Wait, we should get snacks for everybody. You're going too fast. As I'm trying to keep up with her. Oh no, she's skateboarding. She seems too radical to keep up. Oh no.
All right.
Meanwhile, back with a lobby.
Yeah.
It,
I
it
I
won't
think I'm
take
done
long
with it.
before the rumblings of a giant cart with its load of wood just starts running in front of this
And we
shanty
stop by the
bar in an
locksmith to-
alleyway.
Yeah, I guess we'll dip by, grab the lock too on the way back.
Oh yeah, easy enough.
Yeah.
You can already
I-
see that they're quick at work shaving the diamond down into essentially eyeballs for a spider jewelry.
That's a smart idea, actually. That'd be a really cool centerpiece.
Alrighty. Thanks
Instead
again.
of food, instead of
Oh, yeah,
food, we
take
came
care
with
of
a
yourself.
pallet of wood.
As I skateboard along.
Wait, what the bloody?
You know, it's funny. Instead of
Do a
food, we came
kickflip.
back with a pallet of wood. Oh shit! I heard about grind the rail, but grind the board.
Holy crap.
Jeez.
I can already hear.
Is Drana about to invent skateboarding?
I can already hear gold.
Oh.
I can already hear Goldman Superman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Goldman, Superman.
On an unrelated note, I've been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in my spare
Oh,
time.
wait a minute. Is Drana gonna do instead of a crazy, it's the Drana air where she's
Gonna
just
go
gonna spin?
all the time.
Yeah! Oh no, Drana's head for dead man's jump. Get out of there, Drana!
No. Well, anyway.
have you ever seen like the
well,
mod where
they're
Geralt of
basically-
Rivia rides on his sword doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just imagining just like riding on stalks of wood.
yeah.
Oh,
While they're doing that,
anyways, yeah.
while they're doing that, and all that was basically going on, can Alafi Tora and I go and see if we can get some info regarding asbestos?
Estes.
See what, Hephaestus, however the fuck you say his name. I keep forgetting.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. Yeah. Just try to get like some inclination on how we can particularly gain his favor. Just trying to get the lay of the land, so to speak.
I feel like the best person to ask is the person we were already hanging out with earlier today.
I mean, yeah, but like he's given us already like everything that we need to know, and
All right. If you're going to peruse for rumors about nobility, roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's fucking go. What is my
I
persuasion?
assume the
Good.
wizard's the best at this.
You'd be surprised.
So we're all doing persuasion?
If you're all talking to folks around town to get a rumor mill going.
Yeah. Let's do it. 21?
21.
Damn.
Anyone else?
You have a +6 to persuasion. I'll roll. I probably can't beat a
might
21.
as well roll.
21?
Damn!
What the hell?
All right.
Okay.
Luffy just hates being here so much that he's being much more, maybe
Now-
a little more intimidating than persuasive, but still.
Now, if I roll 21, we get a jackpot, right?
Yep.
I hope
So
so.
I'll give you a cookie.
500
No,
coins.
Either that or we go
for-
straight to
no,
jail,
for-
Damn.
depending on the game.
No cookie for you.
Oh.
Damn.
So you begin to ask around the market district to see if there's any rumors about the nobility. You're trying to like lean into Hephaestus specifically.
Mhm.
Roll some here. Go.
Billy's rolling some dice. At some point during our little carousing, Elaf is going to mention to the other two, is it really wise for us to be walking around? We are, like, I'm pretty sure I see, like, a guardhouse right over there. And, like, I bet you they have wanted posters in their,
What?
like,
We're just
foyer.
walking around talking to people. It's not a crime to be walking around talking to people.
Yeah, but it's a crime to be us.
Just blend in
keep
with the
your head
crowd.
down,
Just
don't
blend in with the
worry.
crowd as best you can, and just be thankful that the numbers aren't higher on those pieces of paper.
Oh, yeah. That's what 8. Blend in with the crowd, sure.
Just don't worry too much about it. Just
Laffy's already
you
started to
belong.
walk away after saying sure. It's very clear that he's just annoyed with this whole place, and it is. Yeah.
Pain.
Yes.
Eventually, after a while, you have been coming back with the same rumors that have been going on with the upper echelon in the story. Eventually, you hear it from this just old bar maiden who just leans in real close and she's like, "Well, I heard that the Morrison family's son has gone sick.
Sick.
Yes, a disease that he does not know of. Looking to pay a high sum for anyone who can find a cure for his son."
What kind of ailment are we talking about here?
Oh, we've heard that is the son of Morrison has been bedridden for weeks. Has not been able to recover. Been popping in and out of consciousness. Only able to lift his hand to sip on a little bowl of soup. At least that's what we've heard.
I see. And have the family been able to see any doctors about it? Anything?
They have been consulting the clerics in the Soul District and are doing their best to find a cure for their son's illness. It's to no avail so far.
Is there any way that we can possibly get a more closer look at what it is that he might be dealing with?
Like you said, there's a reward for anyone who can find a cure for their son's illness. It would be a good way of introducing yourselves, perhaps.
I'll make note of that. Thank you. So I'm just gonna turn over to the rest of the
I'm gonna turn over to the other guys, and I'm just gonna relay what I found.
Back, sorry.
So, what do we think?
I mean, we're not exactly the best at medicine.
No, we only got so much time.
I mean, a lead's a lead. Maybe it's something that we might know about. Might be a curse or some kind of magical affliction.
Maybe. Maybe we can bring Drona along. I mean, she's a cleric. She might know something about diseases. She might be able to glean something that the other clerics might not be able to because they're so, you know. She has a little bit more outside experience, shall we say.
Alright, so we go get our Drana?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go find our small person. Giant city. Hopefully Josh is nearby.
As you just hear these rolling wheels across a cobbled stone floor. As you just see
That's some
this, what
ska
appears to be a
music playing.
shipment of wood that they are riding on.
No, and there she is now.
There they are.
We have
We are so
acquired-
bad at being subtle. Why do we even try? Should we just like go punch that guard over there or something? Like, what are we doing?
No,
Hey,
no.
Everyone, we've come back with a wood shipment.
We can see that.
Just shouted it out. Hello, everyone.
He's so disgruntled. Like, he's fighting disease. He's missing his family. He's just like, the one thing he had left was subtlety, and it's out the window. It's just.
Basically, it's a Laffy in the no good, very bad day. Like, I fucking hate it here. Just disgruntled Laffy with a coffee cup in the morning. Like, fucking hate this
Just
place.
a
take it
dad with
that's
his
for-
4 children.
I take it that that's for our gracious host. Yeah?
Yeah, go turn these into doors.
Well, would you happen to have time to look into somebody who might be dealing with a bit of sickness? Possibly give a diagnosis.
Well, the ancestors blessed me with the gift to help people. I might as well take a look.
It might get us in with some nobles, which will get us into the party, so...
Which house is this person sick?
Mawson.
Oh, the ones hosting the masquerade.
Yeah. But the good thing is that if we do a good job and we actually find a cure, or if nothing else, a lead to a cure,
Morrison.
we might actually get in at the venue.
Morrison.
All right, well, time to take this off, and I take off my pirate hat and pull out my habit.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but
Maybe keep
You
it
know.
on for a little bit.
yeah,
just-
while we're in this city,
I just have a question, Drona. Could I try that hat on?
sure.
Hee hee. Now I am the captain now. See, puts it on. Yar.
I just snatch the hat and give it back to Drana.
Oh. Like a kid playing pretend he's got a sword cutlass. Yar.
You got your own hat. You can play captain all you want.
I know, but I'm not but that is not a real captain's hat. Drona, would,
Where
would
are you going
like
to put all this? Laffy says, looking at the stack. of wood.
Again, once you cut it down,
Do
then it becomes smaller and even easier to compartmentalize. Plus, having a few spare doors lying around when your doors keep getting stolen is a good idea.
Drona, do you have woodworking tools?
I do.
Oh, I did not know you were a woodsman as well as a expert smith.
We saw her rebuild a coal cart.
Well,
Out
I
of a
forgot
barrel.
about that. I thought she just picked it up and like bent to the metal. I didn't really pay
rebuilt-
attention.
She built a wheel, a cartwheel
Uh,
out of a barrel.
Oh,
Yes.
I do not
Uh,
remember that.
It was a while
Yes.
ago.
Yes. Both my fathers taught me their crafts.
Hmm. It's just like, shrugs. He's like, that's news to me. As he shrugs, like,
Okay,
would you like any help with that? I could hold a board, and then maybe you could accidentally cut my arm off or something.
We're going to have to store this somewhere.
Why are we doing this?
And
Because it pays to do charity. Come on.
yeah, and plus if we get the civilians with us, if we have any other interesting
Charity would be
ideas.
separated from my family. Technically.
Listen, I understand. I get it. Really.
I'm
We
not
need to focus on what we
complaining
can.
against the charity. I should specify. I like helping people. That's why I do what I do. It's just this is the most unsubtle thing. Like, look, those guys. Literally everybody's looking at us right now. Let's go.
Are you sure they're not looking at the giant furbolg?
Or the
Look.
blue robot, or the blue gear forge.
It is not any one of us problem. It's the fact that there are 5 of us fucking weirdos.
In a city full of weirdos.
The only one pointing out the fact that we're weirdos in a city full of weirdos is the weirdo himself.
Because I realize how bad the situation is. Let's go.
I am definitely pushing the wood inside, and I'm like, I will be back for this. Just keep it behind the bar, and trust me, it'll help.
Hello?
You're not gonna. Where is she gonna fit?
But I sleep back here.
Okay.
We're going to be back before you go to bed.
We'll be back
Do not-
before nightfall. We're just going to take a quick detour and then we'll come back.
Yeah, and I'll be.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, quick detour in the Mile City. Sure.
If you would like, I could stay here, watch the wood.
I mean, it might be for the best.
I mean,
Yeah,
Do we really want-
If you can play
Okay,
sentry and just keep an eye on things.
Let's remember what happened the last time that Joust went into a place that was getting robbed.
well, that was because, they were actively robbing it. I will prevent the robbery.
Also, I'll be on the roof because I cannot. You know.
Alright, so it's Alafi and Joust staying here, and
Mm-hmm.
Dronatora and I going over to the house to that place.
When has
It might-
anything ever bad happened with just a Laffy and Joust?
Do not worry. Give my
The
best.
combination
The Morrison household.
It's the most reliable combination we have.
Do not
Yes.
worry. Yes. Do not worry. I will contain Alafi if anything happens.
Nothing will happen.
Yes, of course. Nothing bad happens in the city of Fallen Fire.
On the plus side, you don't smell like blood, so I won't eat you.
Oh, that is right. I am not very chewable.
Hopefully
So
it doesn't
anyway,
chew
we're
the
gonna
wood.
leave that discussion alone, and we're not gonna worry about that. Dronatora, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alafi, would you like me to go grab you some food? You seem hungry.
God, yes.
All right. Anything particular? Would you like meat or would you like vegetables?
Meat is
Meat.
what I'm craving. I should eat some veggies, a fruit, something. I'll eat anything you bring me. Just
Oh.
wait, hold up. We're
Hmm?
technically in an inn, right?
They
All I
do not
really
seem
have
to
is
have
boiled
much of
sausage
anything.
and pickled turnip.
Those sound fantastic. How much?
She just like darts her eyes around, like, 10 copper?
Done. That's one silver, by the way.
Oh,
I'll get
This poor
right on
woman.
it.
Is it
This
like
poor
Alafi
woman.
eats one, then he just like puts down a pile of gold, keep them coming. Like,
Elafi has just pulled out 3 silver.
I want. It's literally the scene with it's like, listen, I know you heard me say some bacon eggs. I want all your bacon and eggs. Like,
Is it weird that I imagine like the Men in Black scene where the body snatch alien keeps asking for more sugar in their water?
More! More! He's just got sausage plates in front of him. I'm like, are you gonna eat all that sausage? Like, oh yeah.
So,
Well, you don't have to worry about sharing. Yeah.
so this party over here is gonna plan on going to the Morrison estate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Going right to the higher ups. Sheesh.
Yep. We're gonna go right up and just knock on the front door.
All right, a silver piece to get to the Ceres district.
Right.
Yeah, you guys are going straight to the center. That's true. Yeah.
A silver piece?
Silver piece to get on the tram.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're traveling between districts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a direct line to the center. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that is a core memory I had. I had to let it out.
Yeah. Sugar. Sugar.
Because
great, we got a bug with
me out
sugar
when I was
on
a
here.
kid.
Yeah, because his neck was snapped and everything. It was
Mhm.
twisted.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Edgar, your skin is falling off your face.
stop.
there is a very stark contrast between the hustle and bustle of the market as the tram pulls its way into the Ceres district. Everything is very organized and very single file. This semicircle of these tall, lavish, like stone penthouses. It's like the early stages of Manhattan when it was first being developed.
Oh, that's
in this
beautiful.
wide range of circle. Beautiful pathways, lamplights darting every street, keeping every row well illuminated. Have these like entire metal steam powered cars that are like racing through the streets, like definitely like the Final Fantasy VII vibes of just like these powered cars that are just running through.
Oh. Very old-timey, early London, New York vibe. I love it. Ooh.
Like steampunk London, lavish, posh. Trees down every median, lamp lights down every corner.
Oh, you guys probably stand out like sore thumbs.
Tora may stand out
So-
as closer to attempting nobility than anyone else.
Yeah, a
Irony.
thug and a goblin. A thug, a
Ironically,
goblin, and
yes.
blood. Hmm.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Tora.
Hmm.
You take the lead on this one. You're a noble who happened to be getting into the city. Hears that a fellow noble is dealing with a bout of trouble and thought maybe a spot of charity would do some good. And also, perhaps some favors.
So, when dealing with situations like this, it's best to keep the lies to an absolute minimum.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy enough to say, we heard about your plight, we're from out of town, we thought we might have a solution in mind that maybe the locals hadn't thought of. And then we'll just let my presentation speak for itself.
Alright. I like
Yeah.
that.
The whole adventure thing.
Hey, Gob?
Yeah.
Does this particular like area or scenery feel familiar to me at all?
It does.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
Can I?
You almost recognize it all.
Do I?
Making your way in the bucket.
Do I recognize like this is like? Can I roll like a history or something to see if it like triggers a memory at all?
Sure. Roll me a history check.
Okay.
Ooh, boy. Is that why you're proficient in history?
11.
You're kind of like staring down these corridors through this railway, and you almost feel yourself like instinctually just like folding your arms, leaning up against the window, and sort of just staring at it, just like you've been here before. You've seen these tall buildings, these hallways that as they sort of flash by your vision in that sort of rhythmic pattern as the railway just passes by. You just can't seem to put your finger on it.
Payne is lost in thought. Like he's suddenly gone quiet.
Eventually, just outside the inner ring, dropped off at the station. Left to your own devices.
You all right, Payne?
Huh? Yeah. Sorry.
A little distracted.
Did your life getting the better of you?
No. It's nothing. Let's try and stay focused.
Look, I get settled on dealing. I get unsettled dealing with nobility as well, but try to hold it together.
Yeah. We'll just follow your lead. You seem to have the most experience in dealing with them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Not the most pleasant ones, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you know how to kowtow and how to bullshit. All at the same time.
The skill.
You end up following what the rumor mill has told you about the Morrison estate. Able to eventually pace your way over. You're greeted by a gilded metal fence. Walk into this like small little, what's the right word? Topiary?
Like a garden that's got everything like cut and everything. Yeah, topiary like hedges and whatnot.
A small personal topiary that like shows off these just like round bulbous trees that have been carved away to make designs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's topiary. Yeah, you're right. Fancy.
And just this small single file, just brick laid path up to the doorway, up a small little stoop of stairs. Appears to be one of those hanging chains that allows you to knock on the.
Alright. You got this, Tora?
We're gonna find out, aren't we? All right, I'll give the chain a yank.
That you hear this bell chime on the other side of the door. A moment passes and eventually the door opens. You're greeted by this well-dressed suit, a long tailcoat, hands clasped together as they put their hands away from the door. You see these like white decorative gloves. You see the family crest on the hand of one of the white gloves. A bald man, sort of got the laugh lines down their face, this long-faced look as they stare down, just like, yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, excuse our sudden arrival.
Yes, indeed.
We...
It is quite late for them. I do hope this is urgent.
Well, we heard of the plight of the son of the manor, and we thought we might be able to render assistance.
Ah, I will inform him right away. lightly. He closes the door behind him. The second floor, you can almost hear this bellowing, booming noise as like another person yells at another. Quietly opens up again. Mr. Morrison would like to see you. Please come in.
Of course, thank you. I'll step inside.
Please wipe your feet too. Appears you've been doing a lot of walking.
Oh, we can do better. I'll take out the card for prestidigitation and just like quick wipe everyone's feet clean.
Ah. Magical variety, it seems. Looks like you might be just what the master's looking for.
That's certainly the hope.
As introduced, you see this absolutely gaudy, whitewashed interior. These bright white marble floors, matching staircase, all draped in like gold. Across like the railings. Gaudy chandelier hanging between this like spiral stone staircase that leads up to a level. On the opposite side of the entrance, a double door that seems to be shut. You imagine that would lead into the house proper. He's upstairs with the child. I will escort you.
Or will nod and follow along.
Leads the way to a room. Stairs. Far right, you this wide open view of arched window. Appears to be a lavish child's room. Big fluffy bed. What appears to be a sick child wrapped underneath the covers. Like this, one of those sick bags that's just resting upon his head.
Oh.
Sitting with him is this very large, very well-dressed nobleman, which you surmise would be Hephaestus. Example.
Oh, big boy.
And he has this like big walking stick, this bald, bulbous head that has like these big round cheeks. And all around just round figure to boot. He doesn't appear to have skipped any of the 3 proper meals of the day.
He gets second breakfast.
He's very well fed.
Ah, glorious, glorious. And wonderful company. I've been told that you can cure my son's illness.
We're not sure of that, of course, but we are from out of town, so we thought we might be able to offer alternate solutions.
Well, an alternate solution is better than no solution so far. I've been asking the clergy every day to come and try to cure my son, but they're too busy. I'd give them medicines, they're just top run-of-the-mill stuff, but to no good. Need something better. I am hoping you can be of use.
So, what can you tell us of your son's illness?
Symptoms, sir.
Sort of like sits back in the bed and puts the back of his hand over his head.
Well, he had caught a fever about 3 weeks ago. Started to experience dizziness. Collapsed at random when he was out and playing in the topiary. Told him never to go too far. And one day he was too weak to even get up. I've been making sure that all of his food is kept properly in tune. The chefs are not poisoning him. Would have their heads if I caught wind of that. Only has the strength now to one meal before he's able to go back to rest.
Was he doing anything outside of his normal routine before he got sick?
Not that I could tell. He has a very strict schedule, a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. He's soon to inherit the Morrison fortune. I want to
If
make
I
sure
may,
he's
DM?
ready for the responsibility.
Can I discern how old this child is?
Some nature.
Okay.
You're discerning the age of a humanoid.
Yeah. Let's see, nature. It's only a +1. Nine.
I mean, he's definitely not a teenager at this point.
So like
I'm probably wager
barely
he's
even gotten
probably
into the double digits.
Probably between 8 and 10 years old.
A youngling.
Youngling.
Can I make a medicine check on this?
You're free to, if you can spot anything weird about it.
Yes, just to make sure. It's nothing ordinary. If it's out of the ordinary, then well, that's at least something to go off of.
I'm worried. His fever's been coming and going for weeks on end.
Understood. I'm going to make a medicine check. If that's okay with you, God.
Give me a medicine check.
Unnatural 20.
No.
Oh, I thought you said
Unnatural.
natural 20. I was like,
Unnatural.
Oh, shit.
Dirty
Unnatural.
20.
Dirty 20.
Pretty good.
So you don't. Well, let me try to gather my words here. All the symptoms do lead towards like fever, weakness. But as you like run your hand against his arm, you can feel how thin and almost like malnourished his body seems to be. So Morrison has attested that he has indeed been getting meals every day. This shouldn't be happening, at least not at this rate.
He's not retaining any fat. As in, even though he's eating, his body's not retaining any of it, and it's making him weaker, and he just keeps getting weaker.
As you pull the covers away just a little bit, notice familiar marking. across one of a bite that Morrison might taste. Recognize this very well drawn. Vampire's been feeding.
Dun dun dun.
Well, shit.
Have you been the only one in the room with him?
I always have a guard outside the door. I am the one who personally feeds him every day. We're the only two who are allowed in and out of this place.
I'm going over, standing next to Drana to take a look.
I wave Pain over, and I just turn over the arm, and I say in Pain's head, "Not a word."
You can tell that Pain's getting a little bit. You see that his hand is curled up into a fist, like he really wants to punch somebody.
Well, I know it may be a lot to ask, but do you mind if we observe him overnight, just to make sure nothing gets worse? Because we may have, there may be other symptoms that are present when he's sleeping. Of
Sure.
course,
Make me a persuasion check.
I'd like to, while she's doing that, I'd like to look around the room to see if I can find any signs of like disturbance around the room.
would Laura like to help with this?
All right, this would be investigation check.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, let me add to this.
26, motherfucker.
So,
26.
I mean,
Are you helping to give advantage?
I want to ask Hephaestus something
Sure.
to go along with this.
Or like an additional for persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned your son is due to inherit your fortune, and I hate to even throw this out there, but is there anyone who would gain from his passing?
His passing, no. My passing, of course. Since I'm the rightful heir, but... What we have the bodyguards for.
Our
Understood.
concern is that you might have an enemy you have not seen yet, and it might take more careful observation to catch it.
Unseen enemy, you say? Assassins? After my son?
possibly, but unlikely. This could just be the common cold, or it could be they're slipping him something while he's asleep, which is the reason we want to be here.
All right. Well, persuasion with advantage.
Thank you.
Daggers in the night.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
This is what's required to keep my son safe, then. If not medicine men of your stature, then bodyguards. Extra bodyguards.
Pain.
Yes.
As you're investigating the room, most of the things closer to the front door of this room are just playthings a child would normally play with at this time and age. Little storybooks and wooden toys here and there. You get closer to the bed, you make your way over to the window and realize that the window's you don't try to push it open or anything, but as you're like looking at the the opening for it. You see the latches are open. You imagine that Morrison might be just giving him fresh air.
If I may, sir, it would be wise to keep the doors locked. I know you want to give your son some fresh air, and you want him to get better, but given the circumstances, it might be worth taking every precaution.
That's I will be hiring you for now. You all seem to be knowing what you're doing.
We do have 2 others that would be absolutely willing to help. Strength in numbers and all.
Not want to start believing that the Morrison house is so paranoid that it needs so many bodyguards here. No. I was expecting only one of you, but suppose I can't ask for too much help. Very delicate situation. Rather not have it be disturbed by an army at my door.
I think the 3 of us will suffice.
Good. Assuming things get under control and my son does in fact get better in a week's time or so, 1,000 gold for each of you. For the safety of my son. Say that's fair? You agree?
I would.
Payne nods.
Yeah. We'll let the guardsmen know that you'll be staying in this room for the night. Observe his sickness and things extra secure. Try not to wake my son. He needs as much rest as he can get.
That's for sure.
Right? Orson!
Not the kingpin.
Closes the door behind you and you begin to hear like bickering outside the hallway. Sort of like clamoring at his butler to let all the information be known.
While he's doing that, I'm going over to the window and I'm locking it.
Quick little latch just.
This is the one side that I don't.
Well, let's keep quiet and hide. We'll observe. And if no one shows up, then it's coming from inside the house.
Right.
Sunshine?
Yeah.
Open the window again. We don't want anyone to think that something's different.
Fine.
And he does.
And Drano's going to be hiding under the bed.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
I will hide in the closet.
They told you not to wake the kids,
there's
Anna.
not much of a closet here. It's more of a wardrobe. But yeah, give me a stealth check to pop yourself in there.
I rolled a 2 on my stealth check.
Oh, impressive.
You're trying to make room. You notice that you're like crawling between toys that are stuffed under the bed. Kind of like rattles him. You hear the child just
Sorry, don't mean to be too loud.
Shh, shh, shh.
uh.
Shh.
There.
Shh.
Dad?
Don't worry.
Making noise.
I
I'm like motioning with my hand to Drawn. It's just like, bring it down, bring it down.
I get up and I say, I'm a doctor. I'm just here to observe you throughout the night to make sure you get better.
Doctors are... Why is a doctor under my bed?
I threw up. Blech.
If you're a
Make sure you
doctor,
don't throw up. I'm
shouldn't
here to catch
shouldn't
it
you
with a
be
bucket.
checking me?
We did while your dad was in.
Am I gonna be okay?
Yes, you will be. We think we found out what's wrong. But we need to watch you overnight to be sure.
Or were you hiding anywhere?
I was going to ask, what is there around in the room to hide with?
Well, it seems that Payne has taken a wardrobe. Drana has gone under the bed.
A toy box.
Not much else, but yeah, pretty much like a toy box you can possibly empty and contortion your way in.
I feel like
could
I'm being
pop out like a-
targeted.
You could pop out and be an entertainer for the boy. Oh,
I don't
do
think
some
I'm
contracts
not
for
gonna.
him.
Hands over
Okay,
to Tora in one of those contortionist
You
uniforms. just fucking
you
in
can
there.
otherwise like try to take like maybe stuffed animals and hide yourselves among them.
in the pile that's on the ground.
This is a boy who has had like every wish fulfilled, so he has loads of toys.
Yeah, let's make like we'll make a makeshift disguise out of just a pile of
Yeah,
stuffed animals.
Give me a stealth check with disguise kit proficiency. If you have that.
Paint a little like doll face on yourself, like little cheeks and lay in the pile. Like,
I don't. This would just be
Okay, so this would just be straight up
Fine.
like stealth. Try to blend in the stuffed animals.
roll stuffed animal.
Hilarious
I feel-
visual.
hilarious visual.
E.T.
Tora mutter himself, I'm an adventurer and I'm hiding in a pile of toys. Like,
No, you know what? I'm casting invisibility before I do this. I want
Alright.
advantage on this.
Fair enough.
invisible toys ruffling.
Seven. No, I'll take a 17.
Kyle just sort of a little more awkward, a little more paranoid, but tries to like play in like he's too weak to get up. So he's
Oh.
kind of helpless in the bed. For lack of better terms, he is incapacitated in this bed.
No. He's got to be like anemic too. Oh, poor guy. Jeez. Ugh.
Well,
Or he's just been fed off a lot.
Yeah.
think of this like Asterian's blood drain.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
that,
I mean,
right,
yeah.
Payne?
Yeah. Right, Payne?
Huh? What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know what you're talking about. Payne's never been bit.
Oh, it has.
Hmm.
No, if you're talking about me, on the other hand, well, I mean, I would be happy to volunteer, but.
Oh my god.
Bazinga.
Of course.
Yeah, anyway.
From the wardrobe. Got him. The fuck? Got him. Got him.
Got him. we're just gonna keep a close eye. We're just gonna chill.
Gonna crack in the wardrobe. Not a
So,
vampire.
when when I'm like safely tucked in, I am gonna break the invisibility, and I'm going to hold a spell for I don't know how long.
Oh god, I just realized we left the wood out.
You sure
With
did.
Joust.
Well, you have Joust like
Yeah,
standing
Joust is
outside with it,
watching
being
them.
like, they should be back any
Joust
minute
and
now.
Alante, they'll
Any
come.
minute now.
Fuck it. I'm almost sending to Joust to just be like, we're going to be out for the night. We found something disturbing.
Who are you talking to?
Just letting a friend of mine know that we're going to that this might take longer than we thought.
Doctors
That's
have
all.
friends?
You'd be surprised.
I thought you were
There are other
lonely
doctors.
medicine men.
Well, I mean, he's probably seen
Woman.
like the old weird like parish of old men, like, he's sick. Like, sickness. I like to think Joust gets the call, but it's like his hand rings.
all right,
and he's
Joust.
like,
Although
I wanna-
technically, I don't have the fucking spell slot for it,
Oh,
but
yeah, never mind.
so unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh well. So
Yeah,
then Joust is just gonna have to figure it out.
Gob, I don't know how long I'm gonna have to hold this, but I want to be ready to cast Major Image on a moment's notice.
Hmm. That is going to be tricky.
If I can't hold the action, then I'm just gonna sit there and just like have the card ready to go, and I'll let it be an action.
At this
I
point,
think that might be the better play.
you're all in anticipation, waiting for something to happen. Anything.
We're basically going to get a surprise round by the
You're
driver.
staking this house out inside this boy's bedroom, just to see if something will happen through the night. And hours are gonna pass. So Joust, Alafi, hours are passing, and your friends haven't returned from any whatever they went off to.
I'm still surprised you ate so many sausages.
I'm still hungry.
Well, I
That was
think
all
they
I
ditched us,
had.
Fluffy.
Oh, how much silver have I given this lady?
We've already given more than enough. I don't have any more.
Just
I mean, at least I
I've
can go.
taken another 5 silver out of my inventory just to cover whatever I bought.
I can go and buy more food in the morning.
That sounds good.
Alafi, if you'd like, there's plenty of food just around the corner. I was told to watch the wood, and I will watch the wood. But it is strange, the Morrison household. That name keeps ringing in my head. Morrison. Morrison. But yes, I mean, you could go get food. I mean, it's just, there's plenty, just literally like a 5-minute walk up there, you know. There's plenty of food around. If I eat your fill, and I'll be here in case there's trouble.
As hungry as I am, I still have good sense about me. Best for me not to wander.
Well, I mean, you'll be within eye shot. If not, we could just stand out here.
Eye shot might not be enough.
Okay, well, we could stand right here by the wood.
Mm-hmm.
How does Drana make this into doors, though?
Fools.
I really want to try to do it, but I don't want to mess with the wood they bought.
Maybe you just watch her when she does it next time.
Well, when is next
Hell,
time?
I bet if you asked her, she would show you.
That's true. Well, I mean, you could enjoy your bed on the roof. I think they aren't coming. I think they ditched us for the night. They probably got a party to go to or something.
What do we know
they-
about this Morrison person? Morrison family, was it?
You
Sorry,
What I-
I'm not
you
paying
know
as much
that
as I
they are
could.
one of the contributors of a majority of the funding for the Gear Forge.
Gearforge project. They are a very high noble house.
So they've been funding the Gear Forge project for 2 years now.
So with that in mind, bringing you there might be a bad mistake because they might have incentive to grab you.
I don't
Bringing
know.
me out in public is also a terrible idea.
I mean, if you
I
like,
just
I
hope
can-
they're okay.
If that's true. If you are alarmed at being around, I can make you invisible for a long time.
You don't want to make me invisible.
Yeah, that is a good
You
point.
definitely don't want to lose track of me.
That is also true. But if you feel worried about that, I could make a magic dome that you could stay in, but I mean, I can't contain you. I could keep you out of it. But either way, I think your best bet would at least try to get some rest, and I'll stand here by the wood and wait for them to come back.
That sounds nice.
I'm
How many
sorry.
of those pickled turnips you got?
You ate all my food.
Fuck.
Like I said, there might be
Down,
like
down
a
to
like
the
a sandwich
last
shop.
pickled boiled egg.
Oh.
I mean, granted, you paid for it more than enough, but I have nothing else. Oh, now I have to make a hiding place for all this money.
I'm going to try and... You don't have a hiding place for your money?
I forgot where it was.
Girl, how are you alive?
Honey. Oh, honey, no.
I think with that note, we will cut back to the drama.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just. Meanwhile, it's just two boys with a pile of wood. Dang.
That's... Okay.
It becomes very late at all.
Excuse me. Sorry.
How does fog begin to build up?
Pain is absolutely getting ready. He knows this.
It begins to seep through. Like this fog just sort of like sinks to the just past your and Rana almost gets a breath of it. Weeks of death. You begin to see a pair of legs into this tall, slender boy, almost finger to it. Shh. It's all right, Doctor. I am here to help. This boy over here.
Can I try and sneak up behind this guy?
You're gonna
And
open the
try
wardrobe
to-
to try to sneak up on him.
I'm going to try and sneak up on him so that I can put a dagger to his back.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Everybody else is seeing this. Like Drana, you're from under the bed. You're seeing the legs. Tora, from your corner of the room, you're seeing his back, and you're seeing Pain slowly try to open the wardrobe. What are you doing?
15.
Can I cast Major Image on the window behind him?
be casting a spell, so you would give away your position.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off for now. I do officially want to be holding that spell.
I will say, with the sake of your invisibility, you are trying as slowly and quietly as you can, getting semantics of your cards ready. Drana, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for Payne to make his move. But when Payne does make his move, I will be ready to assist in any way that I can.
Okay. Payne, you are up right next to his back as you see him slowly trying to bring the covers out to the familiar spot where it appears he has been biting his wrist and is about to take a bite.
I am going to press my dagger, my Bloody Maggie dagger, against his back.
Make an attack roll with advantage, or you are getting
Okay.
you snuck up on him.
Oh, shit, I did it. Ah, fuck. Can I try that again with advantage as opposed to that roll? We can nix that.
What did you do?
I accidentally hit roll instead of roll advantage.
Well, I see two results here. You rolled 2d20s. Just take the bigger number.
Yeah, I did, and it just did a +8 for both of those rolls and making it an 18, which is incorrect.
Yes, but a 6 plus an 8 would be your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that doesn't add up to 18.
No, it does
Well,
not add
6
up to 18.
6 plus 4 is.
It just added all of those together.
I was
Yeah.
saying I'm taking the higher of the 2d20s that was rolled because 2d20s were rolled anyways.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We- Crazy?
No,
Oh,
no, you're
no,
not.
No,
Matt-
no.
Math brain is
just-
burr. Yeah.
So that's a 14, actually. Yes.
As you sink the dagger in, you can. The hairs on the back of his head raise as he lunges forward, and you hear just the tear of his cloak as he brings himself over to the side of the bed. Tora, as you're preparing your spell, you see him bring this claw as he rings the child up and brings it to his claw to the child's neck.
Ooh.
No sudden moves. Nobody gets hurt.
I look to him, my eyes start glowing red, and I'm baring my fangs.
See him with this bright smile and these wide eyes just look back and smile.
Put him down.
I was not fully aware that someone was going to be near my quarry, but we will improvise. I heard of some rumblings going on. House of Blood? To be so close to my back. Ooh. Interesting.
Let boy go.
What? Going to throw a knife at me? I'll slit his throat before you even have the chance to reach me.
You think I'm here alone?
You think that matters? And I'm gone, and there's a bloody corpse sitting in this bedroom, and you're the only ones here. Who is he going to blame? Wisp in the wind? Or some strangers that he pulled from the street?
There's a guard posted outside the door, correct?
There is, as far as you know.
And I'm going to use my telepathy to tell him to get in here.
Okay.
Quietly. No. Specifically, peek in the door. Don't rush.
Work hard, stay, man.
Which house are you? I'm trying to make a guess, but, you know, between the House of Bones and the House of Flesh, it seems like you all blend together.
It's a short term on your memory. Wouldn't be the first time I'm here. It hasn't been the last.
It will.
The House of Flesh will always get its pound. We are everywhere we need to be. Shame if the Mawson lost second son.
What?
You begin to hear like the door rattling as it begins to open. In a shock, he
Knob?
sort of just... Yeah.
The
How is
moment
he holding the kid?
He's got essentially one hand on his left shoulder and these 4 claws that are just like ready to rend his throat. He's sort of like hunched over and like drooped over the child as like sort of essentially he's like squatting on this bed.
Okay. I'm gonna cast polymorph.
Do it. Oh my god, do it. Yes.
and I am going to cast Sanctuary on the kid.
Here's the thing. I'm not casting it on the vampire.
Burn the kid.
I want to turn the child into a brown bear.
Oh shit!
No, that's a terrible idea.
That would turn him
Why?
into a brown cub.
Yeah, no, I'm casting
it's
Sanctuary
age
on the
appropriate.
kid.
He'd be
Okay.
baby. He'd be baby.
Baby,
But if you want to try and
good call.
Okay.
Okay.
if you want to try and do it on the vampire, please by all means do it.
He is a vampire.
I just
Can
think
I
Ron
cast
being
San-
like wants.
Can I cast Sanctuary on the kid while he's trying to cast cast Polymorph on the vampire?
Well, you will both give away your position, but I think at this point,
Yes,
You're
it's
making up
irrelevant.
your
That doesn't
minds.
matter.
Yeah, I think this is a
Uh,
shoot your quick draw right now.
this will be quick draw initiative, so just a 1-round initiative to see what happens.
Okay.
Oh,
As he begins
boy.
to hear semantic components going off, he hears a door beginning to unlock and rattle on the other side. He is going to make a move.
All right. 1d20. Okay. Damn it, too. I'm going last.
Oh,
20.
No.
220,
Oh,
alright. What's Tora got?
Okay, that
That
That's a
doesn't-
0.
That is not
Glitch.
that is not a valid roll. No.
That makes it-
21.
21.
Ah!
Go.
Tora, you're first.
Quick draw McGraw over here. God damn.
It's gonna try to resist this.
Roll for turtle.
Roll for turtle. Yeah, nothing I can do to upcast it. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm just gonna try and polymorph him.
All right, I believe that's a wisdom save on my part.
Where is this?
Sounds like wisdom.
Especially if
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah,
want it.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So what was the number he was looking for? 17?
Yes.
I got a 4.
Yeah!
Let's go!
You will not stop me, turtle.
What are you turning this
Criminals now.
vampire into?
I think it's my go-to turtle. I want to see a vampire turtle.
Vampy turtle.
It's got little things.
Because here's the thing, he has like shape changing, but it doesn't say he can't be changed himself. So
Yeah, he's not like immutable form or something.
he's not
Yeah,
immutable.
right. Yeah, he could turn into a bat, but he can also turn into turtle.
Okay, but turtle though.
But turtle.
But turtle though.
Turtle don't
But
got a
turtle,
fly
though.
speed though. Too.
I don't know why it keeps defaulting to dragon turtle, but
Oh no, he's a dragon turtle.
He's just turtle.
You hear it here, folks. Quick draw Tor with the turtle shot.
as he raises his hand back to try to like do like a backslash, you pop yourself out of the stuffed teddy bears and bunnies and just like quick draw this spell and
Once he is polymorphed, I'm going to grab the kid and pull him away from the turtle.
all right, he can't resist you.
Yep. I'm immediately pulling him and I'm putting him like behind me.
And I cast Sanctuary on the kid in case something does happen.
Well, it is the vampire's turn now.
Fair.
What's the movement speed of a turtle? 5 feet?
Just trying to see. Retains his abilities while polymorphed. And he can already use his action to polymorph himself into Bat or Cloud of Mist. So his turn now, so he is going to make a run for it. And mist back through the door. Or sorry, through the window.
Oh, I think, let's see. The target's game statistics include mental ability score replaced by the sticks of the chosen beast. I think he still can, yeah. Weird.
If not,
You
he's
got
gonna,
anything that can stop him because like
We like that was my best shot. I don't have anything else to do to
well, I
stop
got him
this.
away from the kid.
like does anyone have a reaction?
Rhonda, do you
Can't
have a
really
reaction?
reaction a passive ability.
Yeah.
It's not like it's specifically a spell to counterspell or
yeah.
anything, right?
technically, though, this would be an opportunity attack for Drana.
Except you don't want to knock him out of turtle form.
Well, he's
Can I grapple the turtle?
he's polymorphing into mist.
Oh.
Mm,
Yeah, he's doing mist form or whatever.
It's not
Vampire's got.
literally polymorph though.
It can use its action to polymorph into tiny bat or medium cloud of mist.
Oh.
But is that like actually being a spell? Or is that an ability?
It is an ability.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, the target's game statistics, its mental score, but yeah, if it's got an ability like polymorph into mist, then yeah, it could still do that. He's a turtle that could turn into mist, basically.
Look, if a turtle had survival instincts to be able to turn into mist, he would turn into mist.
Oh yeah. I mean, who wouldn't? That's a cool move.
Again,
Yeah,
still
no.
provokes an opportunity attack if Drana wants to swing at the mist.
No. So, wait. I'm going to shield bash the mist.
All right.
You give me an anti-magic shield, I'm going to fucking use it to stop magical
Let's see
bullshit.
if this works. Let's see if this works. Please, 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 please.
All right, so that's improvised weapon, right?
This would be a shield bash, so yes, we will improvise a weapon with your strength.
And I wouldn't be proficient with improvised weapons for any reason because I don't have Tavern Brawler.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a bonk 'em.
And you don't really have
Alright,
any.
so-
You don't have feats pertaining to shields.
Yeah.
I was, but then I decided to take telepathy instead.
Oh.
It's okay. It fits with the narrative that you're going for.
Alrighty. So I'm just trying to math out how much it is. So it'd just be 4 because I have no proficiency. Well, technically I have a proficiency with shields, but that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm. I think not in a weapon sense though. Like that makes sense.
Oh. Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
nice. It's a bonk.
Dirty 20. All right. That would be the shield plus your strength for damage.
So that's 1 + 4.
So 5 damage to Vam Turtle or Vam Mist.
I actually do have a question.
What's that?
Would I get my duelist damage on top of it?
Technically, yes.
So yeah, that too.
How much is
That's
that?
a +2.
So
That's a
plus
+2.
2, so 7. So 7 total.
Yeah.
All right.
Take that.
Make a con save for this.
How much HP does Mist have? I don't know.
Well, I know it's immune to all non-magical damage, but that shield is anti-magical damage.
Yep.
So
Dodge this.
it hit him. Unfortunately, you bring the shield up and sort of like press it up against the window. It sort of like cracks a little bit as he seeps through and flies out into the night.
I didn't turn him back. Rip.
At this point, a guard has quickly opened the door and just busted his way and just... I heard a noise in my head. I thought What's happening? What happened here?
A vampire has been feeding off this boy.
By the light of Cain.
The good news is we managed to prevent it.
I should let Morrison know right away.
Hang on. Quick question. The creature mentioned that this is possibly his second son.
Yes.
What happened to the first?
Well, the elder son was, from all accounts, was a belligerent fool and was sent off to military school. He was essentially disowned.
What? A name. Give me a name.
Cain Morrison.
And it just clicks with you, Pain.
Oh, snap.
And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
You just blew my worldview, God. Keen.
Kane Morrison.
Oh,
Pain.
Kane to pain. Oh,
Okay, how do I spell this name?
How
How do I spell this name?
AYNE.
No, it's C-A-I-N-E.
Oh, like
C-A-I-N-E.
Oh, like Cain and
that
Abel.
Cain. Interesting.
Like Cain and Abel. Oh my god.
But that's where we're gonna leave this one off for now. Thank you
Oh
all
my
so much
God.
for being here. Oh, things just got a little spicy. We'll see how this unravels next time. Till then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the raids you guys did. Thank you all for being a part of this so much, and we'll be on schedule for the next conflict. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.